Up, huh? Miss Lady T, what are you doing up? How you doing, Miss Lady T? I don't know if you still there or not, but what's going on? Hey guys, it's SkkyZone. I know, hey, who up? Anybody up talking to the goddamn on TV or your favorite video from your favorite vlogger? Look, let me turn my music down a notch. I'm up here watching replays, okay? And I don't care if ain't nobody up to watch this video. I just want to make this dang on video. I just got through. I'm still watching the video that Larry, little grown boy, did tonight. His debate he did, discussion. It wasn't no debate. And he had Levi for over there. Levi for Kelly. Levi, hey Nene, y'all buzzes up too. Look, Levi, I want you to come on my. I want to talk with you, Levi. Man, that Levi. That is a brilliant mind. Levi for Kelly, you are a brilliant, brilliant mind. And people cannot, they don't know how to be patient with that man because he takes his time explaining things because he's an analyzer. He has his skills. I can't get it out. Oh my God. I am so... They were talking about the debate tonight, the presidential debate and black people, our cultural disparities that we have within our communities, right? Larry, I swear for God, Larry is, he's like an Oreo to me. I swear for God, he's so white. He's just black on the outside, but he's really white on the inside. Man, don't get me wrong. He has great personality in terms of being silly and all like that. As far as his humorous side, okay. But Larry, you too hard on your own people. That right there, I do not like about you. Okay, you contradict yourself when you talk about your own people. In one breath, you sat there and gave a whole summary of why other cultures have the wealth that they have. Okay, and everybody know why they got. Other cultures got whatever it is they got as far as wealth. Quit talking as if black people had that same opportunity because we were not granted that same opportunity. And I think that's the point that you continue to miss when you have a discussion with Levi. Hey, Nichelle. Hey, baby. You said Joe went in. Joe went in. I didn't hear Joe. Oh, you talking about Joe? Oh, you talking about on the presidential debate? And see, that's the thing too with some of my people. Okay, see, we get off on what people say, and I need us as a people to get past of what people say. Right? We got to get past what come out of people's mouths, and we got to get to what people do. And that's the part that in my opinion, that we miss the point at a lot of times, okay? Because we want to see the act, we want to see the show. We want to see we want to see the shit show. We want Joe to get on there and tell Donald Trump and people, I want somebody to give me a straight paragraph or straight sentence, exactly what it is Donald Trump has done to your black ass. What it is that Donald Trump has done to black people. Put that shit in the whole sentence for me, please. Why don't you will? Because if you have to ask everybody what it is or why they don't like Donald Trump, main thing they're going to say is he just say stupid shit. Okay, let's get past that. Let's get past that. Donald Trump say dumb shit. Donald Trump get on there. He don't know what he's doing. Are you sure? Are you sure Donald Trump don't know what he's doing? Tell me why. Give me a sentence as to why this man don't know what the fuck he's doing. And let's be very clear. I am not a Donald Trump supporter. I am an independent. I don't vote Democrat. I'm not with either party. I'm not Democratic no more. I was Democrat for a very, very, because, we grew up, whatever our parents are, that's what we are. Hey, Miss Jones. Yes, honey. That man is a very smart man, Angela. He's a very intellectual thinker. He is a critical thinker as well. He has good analytical skills, okay? And people don't want to listen to his analogy on things because Levi is going to give you all four corners, okay? so you can see it from every window. And a lot of people don't want to do that because then that means they got to search within sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And then they got to process everything. And you got to be fair with your thinking. You got to look at things from a different perspective. And people don't want to do that because they want to be dominant. And Larry is a dominant type of person, okay, as far as his mindset. You see what I'm saying? He only thing he missing is a pair of fucking overalls, a pitchfork, and a goddamn plantation. If he could be our motherfucking I have a problem with people, and I'm gonna play a soundbite from this here discussion. And YouTube, I don't own the rights, and Larry, I don't own the rights to your footage. But I'm gonna play it for teaching purposes up under the Fair Use Act of 1976. I'm gonna show you what I got a problem with. I'm gonna let you listen.
So I'm not the pacifier. I'm not gonna pacify shit.
And see, these are the type of black folks who will fuck it up for all of us. Okay, these type of Negroes. These are type of because what they do, they are double-minded Negroes. Okay, we can't. These are the Negroes that we can't get ahead with. And don't get me twisted. I like Larry. As far as like, you know, I'm not saying okay, I'm Team Truth or nothing like that. No, I'm just saying as far as like his values, him being a man that raised his family and all that. That part of him, I like him. Like I like LeBron James off the court, but I can't stand him on the court. Well, on YouTube, hey, it's similar right here with Larry. Okay, I deal with Larry because of Levi's over there. He's respectful. I'm gonna be respectful. That's it. Okay, but if he whatever I don't like about him, I'm gonna speak on it. I don't give a fuck. I'm not trying to be his best buddy or no shit like that. But this bullshit right here is straight up buffoonery. Okay, hold on.
Made to think that we are less than a dog.
Okay, that person that you hear he had different people on the platform over there. That was this other guy he had over there from New York. Don't ask me the man's name because I don't remember.
But this, I'm gonna make a point. I'm gonna make a point to show you why they always throw a monkey wrench in our game plan to keep us down.
Thank you, James.
Give you a good example. You remember the story of Pharaoh?
You said, Nene, I'm sorry, Sky. He's a racist, but he's not for black. Who you talking about? President Trump? Let's be clear. I'm not over here rooting for no President Trump, Nene, just because I'm asking you to use your critical thinking skills. I'm not saying, oh, let's go vote for Trump. Nobody's saying that. Black people, my people, I just want people to have a concise sentence as to why they don't like President Trump. What is it that he's doing? Because my theory, I'm gonna tell you what my theory is when it comes down to Trump and when it comes down to Biden. I'm gonna tell you all that in one sentence. Just because I'm asking these questions don't mean I'm for Trump and I'm for Biden. I don't support neither party. I'm independent. Okay, that's an option that you have during election time. You have an option. You don't have to vote a party. Okay, and I don't vote either party, but I have a precise question to people. What is it if you are a black person watching this video, what has either candidate, but precisely Donald Trump, what the fuck has he done to your black ass? That's what I'm asking you. He's a racist. That's what you said, Nene. He's a racist. You don't like him. Is this the first time you ever saw one? Is this the first racist you ever seen? Is this the first time you ever known of a racist? What has he done to you? How did his racism change anything in your life? That's what I want to know. What has Donald Trump done to you? Let me finish with this footage, okay? Because see, we let's not act like Donald Trump is the first racist person you have ever seen, because he's not. He's not.
And Moses, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's go here. Wait a minute. Let's go here.
Story of Pharaoh and Moses. Pharaoh thought to jump to this part. Pharaoh was under the impression that a child would be born, a Messiah that would ruin him. Correct?
Hey, Brent.
Yes.
Okay, so he was under that impression. So what did he do? He went around and raised his voice. He said in the part of history where they actually.
There are 2,700 robocalls.
Wait a minute. God damn it. I think I done set up there and went too far. Damn. Hold on, y'all. I hope I ain't lost the footage. I might have lost it.
Second in the U.S.
Wait a minute,
You might have been on the receiving end of one today.
Yep. trying to discourage anybody. Like they need all of our votes.
Report all these taxes, 2 years of taxes. You gotta have this credit up here. You gotta have this. No, y'all could have been giving us those loans because you knew the condition that our neighborhoods was in. But now Trump gonna hold a carrot. He gonna hold that as a carrot in front of us and say, if you vote.
And I do agree with him on that. Trump could have been, they could have been gave black people money. And see, and that's the part too. That's the part that when I'm talking about Larry, that's the part where he gets to be a double-minded person. Okay. In one breath, they acknowledge the fact that reason why we have these disparities is because our disadvantages, which was done way before a lot of us was born. Okay. Would have started with our ancestors. Okay. He acknowledged the fact that, hey, they've had us working, didn't pay our people. We never had that kickstart that a lot of other cultures had. And he talks about that too in this video. But I'm getting my time wrong because when I was over there, I caught the end of the debate, so I rewinded the video. If I had started from the beginning, I would have wrote it down exactly what points and went right to it. But how you rewind it. But anyway, you can't sit here and acknowledge the fact that us as a people, we did not start off with the same playing field that these other cultures have been played with. Okay, our plight has been different. It's different, Larry. We did not have that same jumpstart kit that they had with, and you already said it yourself that a lot of how did white people get their wealth? Well, they were granted the opportunity of $10,000. Let's say each white person got $10,000 to go and buy all these big apartment buildings, all these big old buildings, house as many niggas as they wanted to in these buildings, and they gave them that $10,000. Let them buy that land for free, and then let them 10 years later, that property was worth way more than that $10,000. They didn't check no background check on them. They didn't check no credit check. They didn't do anything. They gave all these here white Jews all this money so they can buy land and house black people on it. Okay. Basically, AKA a new sound plantation. Okay. Boom. 10 years later, they was able to take that doggone land and say, we want to get a mortgage on it. All they had to do was have $10,000 years ago. But well, fast forward 10 years later, they took that same land, got mortgage on that property. So now the banks gave these here cultures all this money, mortgages and money. Okay, so because the property worth now 10 years later made it $100,000 property then. Okay, now we're gonna give you some money now to mortgage this property. Boom. They were able to make wealth and create wealth. Okay, these other cultures, they were able to get their jumpstart kit. We have not been granted that. Okay, us as a what they call black people, we ain't been granted that same opportunity. We have not been granted nothing like that, nowhere near like that. Maybe if they had gave our ancestors those 40 acres and a mule, then maybe some of our people wouldn't be so fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some of the people in Chicago wouldn't be doing the things that they're doing in other cities. You know what I'm saying? But then he acknowledged the fact that that's how a lot of these others got their wealth. But then you turn around there, Larry, and then talk about people, and this is disheartening. I gotta find it on this here video. I see y'all talking in the chat. Just 1 second.
We're gonna do all this stuff for you. What type of shit?
What you're talking about, because they're just surviving. And I think that when it comes to how this country was set up, and how this world was set up, because the same racism that we experience is reflected or exhibited all across the planet, even in Asian countries, amongst darker Asians and lighter Asians. White supremacy rules the planet. But I'll say that I think the biggest problem is what Yeshua said, Jesus, that you have not because you ask not. I don't think we have the mentality. I'm asking Larry this specifically. You're right. Everything you're saying is right. But I think that was part of the plan. Where we're missing the point here is that.
See, that's the thing. Why do we think that either of these guys gonna do anything for black people? When have you known any of the presidents to do anything for your black ass? Your grandma, your auntie, everything in your whole lineage has not changed under none president. Okay? if anything, there might have been some changes now with this year, 2020. It's some changes because see, some of us just so happen to get a little reparations. You got your reparations now. I don't know if you want to call it reparations or not, but I'm gonna call it reparations. That goddamn pandemic insurance money that they just gave your ass. See, I'm gonna tell you about 2020, and I said this before. I said this on my other platform. This is the year, if your ass, if it's in you to get anything, this is the year your black ass better fucking get it. I'm gonna put it to you just the fuck like that. If you know what I fucking know, if it's anything in you, if it's a business that need to be birthed out your ass, if it's a vision that need to be birthed out your motherfucking ass, if it's something your ass need to be trying to fucking do, this is your year that you better try to go get it. Okay, because guess what? After this year, your ass will not have that opportunity again. Go get your goddamn reparations, aka your pandemic, your PPE loan, or whatever the fuck it is that you need to go get, your house, your car. Sis, bro, you better try to go get it, okay? Because what's happening right now, and I told y'all before, when we was on Keisha T Live, I told a lot of people about the NASARA Act, the new restart, the financial restart, the global restart that's happening here in America, a debt-free fucking society. I talk to people about that. Get your ass in line your ducks up, line your vision up, and go get your bread. I'm gonna get in here a little further. Hold on.
We should ask ourselves, why has it been such a concerted effort on the part of the American government and those who operate under the auspices of the United States of America in these governmental agencies, and from the Justice Department all the way to Congress, the Senate.
But Brenton, you're right. At least Trump is talking about $500 billion. Them Democrats ain't even got a plan for blacks and never have had no plan for blacks. All they have gave us was ideology. They have gave us imagery. They have gave us, again, I ask y'all too, what did Obama do for you? And I'm not trying to make this black or white. All I'm saying is they have utilized our ass. They give us imagery. They give us an illusion of inclusion. That's what they have given us for the last 100 years. But nothing in our lives have changed. Nothing. Okay. Your black ass still gonna get rated by what? Your fucking credit. Your ass gonna get rated by your color. You still gonna get rated by your fucking zip code and your motherfucking area code. Nothing has fucking changed. The playing field is still the fucking same. Until they change that playing field, where it don't matter if my black ass is black. It don't matter how long I've been working at my motherfucking job. Where it don't motherfucking matter what my credit score is. Why is all that on that fucking application? I asked y'all that on my other platform. Why is that on those applications? Well, I'll tell you why. So they can redline. Those that are there for red lines. If they got all that shit set up in place for a fucking reason. And again, presidents are not fucking elected. They are selected. So all of this here bullshit.
Why has there been such a concerted effort to keep us down?
No. Let me answer that. Hold on. I see you.
Now listen at this. Here's Larry. If this man is not, if he is not a fucking KKK, if he is not.
Let me answer that. And we gonna disagree on this. I think niggas is dumb, they lazy, they stupid, they slow, they wake up at 12, smoke weed, they don't want to get married, make kids, fuck women over, they don't build up women. Go to Instagram right now, you'll see nothing but naked women. I don't make no excuses for these lazy ass niggas. I don't give a fuck, and that's how I feel. You feel me?
Now, how can we as a people, how can he feel like that? Okay, and I mean, and here's the problem I got with that thought. We all ain't like that, Larry. That does not apply to everybody. Every nigga ain't waking up like that. Like me and my daughter, because we trying to move into a different, direction. So the thing of it is, you got niggas, you got black people, then you got African Americans, right? Don't put us all in the same category, Larry. We all ain't the same, honey. We are not all out. Every nigga ain't got that mentality right there.
That's how I feel. That's really how I feel. We deal with it every day. We deal with that shit every day. That's what we deal with. Even though we don't be discussing that, we be talking about R. Kelly. But the people that's in the arena of what we're talking about, that's what it is. That's what it is with them. And that's why I don't make no excuses. If you wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, I don't give a fuck if you hustling, tussling, bustling, going to work, whatever. If you wake up in the morning at 6 o'clock in the morning every day, trust me, before 5 o'clock comes, you're going to be to figure out something if your mind is in the right place.
And I agree with him on that because I agree with that. But see, the problem is, Larry, you assuming that everybody in the world thinks like you. Okay. Everybody don't think like that. Everybody don't see the vision like that. Okay. And I'm not making no excuses for nobody, but the only thing I'm saying is you can't assume that everybody think like you. Because see, you think the way you think because of circumstances, your situation, your upbringing. We all the way we are because of the way we were cultivated, how you grew up. Everybody is the way they are because of their surroundings. Be your parents, your neighborhood, your education. That helped you have your mindset.
But when you smoking weed, waking up at 12, living at your mama house, and you got a baby mama and everything is bad, you got a felony, and you continuously breaking law, like that's
how I feel too, Brent. He's talking as if we are all the same. Like we all ain't the same. And it just made me cringe in the inside. Like, come on now, dude. We all don't discredit. What about all the black people that is about something that's going to college? You claim you raising some of those yourself. So how can you put us all in the same category, Larry?
That's how I feel about it. That's just how I feel. You know what I mean? And I don't sit up and make excuses for niggas. I don't, because I have to get it every day and I have to figure it out. And people depend on me, and that's just what it is.
Yes, but what separates you and I and Brother Khaled and brothers like us, we're talking about black men, brothers like us, from those who have bought into this idea and lifestyle of non-productivity, not being productive. What separates us from them?
Agreed.
We all grew up in the hood.
Right, Levi. I agree. What separates
I can't take any responsibility for them. Gen Z is showing you that, hey, all different races can come together to achieve a common goal. It's almost like Black Lives Matter or any other march, this and that. It's different races that's behind us now. They understand what happened in the past. I get it. I get it about systematic racism, but I'm not going to sit over here and ignore that these niggas is going out here killing each other every day.
Okay, well, if you understand this systematic racism, then why are you putting everybody in the same boat? He asked you a specific question. What separates? What's going to be the determining factor that we not all the same? Because you looking at us in the same windows that those other people looking at us. You looking at us just like white people look at niggas, okay? They not sitting back saying, okay, these the good niggas over here, them the bad niggas over there, those the all right niggas over there, those the educated niggas over there. No, they looking at us as all niggas, Larry. And you is too, the way you talking.
But I can't blame the niggas that's killing each other either, because their parents is putting a faulty product out here. They putting a faulty product out on the street. If you know you don't have the resources, why would you lay down and fuck this man and create this child? And you know you're doing it by yourself in an area of the country that the cost of living is high. And you're gonna have to be at work, and the streets is gonna raise your child, and now your child is out here fucking killing people. Right? I'm not.
And see, he is painting a very broad picture of all black people. Basically, we all hood rats. Everybody, niggas smoking weed all damn day long. And see, this is these kind of black people we got to watch out for when we you got to watch out for people like this, because see, they'll trade their own people in. These kind of black people, these are the type of niggas that will trade their own fucking people in to sit right there next to those others, to sit on the side of those others. They'll give up their own people for that shit. We sitting up here, they sitting up here having a discussion of why black people in the situation, black disparities, why we having these issues, and he is putting us all in the same boat, just like the other people, just like those nationalities will do. They will do, them other people will do the same motherfucking thing. They are not about to sit back and have a level of understanding of, okay, it's a difference between Bianca and David, or Shanante Shanante had she grew up single parent, but goddamn it, and maybe she did smoke weed with her motherfucking baby daddy. But guess what? Down her line in life, she changed. And then now she done raised a good motherfucking law-abiding citizen. She don't get no love, Larry. She don't get no motherfucking love because she smoked weed. Those the same. See, he sounds just like the white people who go off and kill, kill these here, these cops that go kill George Floyd, those others, right? And what they all say once they kill him. He smoked weed. See what I'm saying? You got to watch out. We the new racists now. Y'all can identify Trump as a racist, but you better be able to identify your own people too when we got that racist tone and underline up on our motherfucking conversation too. You don't talk about your own people like that and put us all in the same boat, Larry. We are not all that. We ain't all niggas. You got some motherfuckers, I know what you're saying. Trust me, I do, because I swear for God, I wish it was a way I could throw a wand on some of these folks. Some of that just so happen to be my complexion. I wish it was a way, because and I see them when I'm riding up and down the street. They're damn near knock me down and kill me trying to get past me because they want to be seen. Motherfuckers want to try to. It's terrible. So just because we happen to be brown. Just because we happen to be dark, we all ain't fucking niggas. We ain't got that nigga mentality, okay? You gotta learn how to. Some of these people ain't gonna just get it just because you got it right now. They ain't gonna. That don't mean they can't get it.
I can't look at that as if. I can't look at that as if.
Now, Brent, you saying some major league stuff right now. You said, Sky, when blacks learn, let me put this up on the platform. You said, Sky, when blacks learn, blacks sold their own into slavery. When slave catching was real. See, they said they was over there talking about that too, but they wouldn't use the word slave catching. Slave catchers, them was the cops. Well, we had black slave catchers too, okay? You had black people turning their own goddamn people. See, and that's a lot of problem with our people. We don't know. We only know one history, and that's your good old Bible. But like I teach my children, once you learn about your history, and they was over there talking history too a little bit. They was talking about history, but I challenge you to talk about ancient history. See, y'all talked history, y'all talk black history too. But I challenge you to talk about or learn about ancient history. Then we're gonna get down to some truth. See, I challenge everybody. Because see, once you get into that ancient history, then that's when a lot of things are gonna change in your life. You're gonna have a different perspective. A lot of my views, I don't come on my platform and discuss because I know a lot of people still drinking milk. So I don't bring it all the way here. I don't bring it all the way full circle. And plus, I'm not trying to get anyone to, I don't want to offend nobody. Like, and you got a lot of people who feel like, okay, if you don't think like them, I don't roll with them. They over there doing this and the third. So I try to keep it, you was taught, don't talk about politics and religion. Okay. But tonight I'm talking politics because that's what's going on right now. And then we ain't all got to agree, but we can humbly disagree. And that's fine. Respectfully disagree as well. But you are absolutely right, brother. You are right. Once black folks know, then it will be a whole lot. Once they get past that Bible, I just challenge folks to read past the Bible. But we got a lot of spoon-fed people in our culture. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to go and do the research. They just want to be told what to do. Sheep. You know what I'm saying? And that's the sad part. But if you know better, then you definitely have to do better. You got to take accountability for your own bloodline, your own family. Okay?
You know what I mean? That is an issue that somebody else created. Because in the time of doing that, you have a decision. You have a fucking decision. You know what I mean? And when you make stupid fucking decisions and you put faulty product out here, that's what you're going to get.
But you agree that okay, I'm sorry, go ahead. I
just had one thing to say, and then I'm going to hang up and kind of sit back in the chat and listen to what you all have to say about it.
But like a few minutes ago, Larry, you were saying that like a lot of these younger kids or a lot of the young adults, they have lost their way. And you were talking about how they be out there killing each other and they in gangs and they just out here sleeping all day and smoking weed all day. That's because they don't have no identity. And unfortunately, their identities have been taken away from them. When we were coming up, we were taught about, we were taught somewhat, just depending on how involved your parents were into Black history or your child.
Because that, you're right, Brent. That's what they think. They still think white people caught them and made them slaves. And they don't even realize that your own people turned around and caught your ass and made you a slave. We got sold out by our own people, okay? Sadly. And we still getting sold out. That's how come they know they can throw some money up on certain people right now. And they know your ass will get to talking. You know what I'm saying? They know Black folks will turn faster than a motherfucking twister on you know what I'm saying? It's faster than a spin wheel. Okay? Turn fast, honey, on each other for an almighty dollar.
Knowing where we come from and that we were kings and queens over in Africa and just different things like that right there. These kids have not been taught that. So therefore, they grow up without an identity. And unfortunately, systemic racism has taken our kids' identity from us. And if parents are not teaching about the African descent and how we were kings and queens over in Africa at one point before we became slaves, all they've heard their whole life is that they were slaves. So they behave the way they do because they have not been taught any kind of pride. I have no earthly idea why they quit teaching Black History Month and, teaching Black history in school, but it has ruined our children.
Well, and she made a great point, and I agree with her completely too. It was another lady on there. She had a good point. I liked it, both of them. They was great. Black history has never been taught in our schools, baby. I'm gonna be clear about that. Because see, if you knew your history for real, if we knew our real, true history, not the shit that this government has taught us. The only thing this government done taught your ass was Martin Luther King. Slavery. Okay? That's your Black history. They gave you that. That's it. I sent my daughter to Catholic school. And when she graduated from 8th grade, one of the nuns there gave her like 7 books. And one of the collection of books she gave her was African Ancient History. That book alone will blow your fucking mind, okay? That book alone will blow your mind. It was Ancient Kings and Queens of Africa. It had all the famous doctors, ancient historian doctors, priests. These books were so motherfucking outdated. But when I tell you I cherish these motherfuckers because there's so much truth in these books. And you better believe they're not publishing them motherfuckers ever again. Ever. Okay? With our children learning in these motherfucking public school systems, you got to understand something. America is a corporation. This is a business. And I don't give a fuck how many times you can stand your ass in the stove next to Becky. You still looked upon as a motherfucking player on this here game, on this chess game. You still looked upon as a monk or a rook. Okay? I don't care how you try to slice this shit. They look at us as one way and one motherfucking way only. Their whole purpose to our whole existence is capitalism. Period. I don't give a fuck. They taught you to be a victim. Hey, would you go ahead and speak it on Brent? Brent, you know what? Brent, you own it, okay? You look. She talking about she don't understand why they stopped teaching African American history. They ain't never taught that. They ain't never taught you in school nothing about your true existence, where your people came from. If they got you still thinking that you came from, that we started from the Bible hundreds of years ago, when we've been here thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago. And if you knew and read anything about history, you would know that. You would know that. That's why I said we ain't about to either you know or you don't know. And if you don't know, you better get to finding out.
And that's not all of them, because some parents are still teaching it. But I just wanted to, put that out there, and then I can hang up and let y'all address it.
Thank you very much. And I have to disagree with Larry. Thank you very much, sister. And I agree with you 1,000%.
Oh, I know
and
why.
I also have to say, I totally disagree with Larry in this sense. He talked about how systemic or systematic racism was actually being mentioned in the presidential debate tonight, as it should have been. So he acknowledges that there is a such thing as a systemic or systematic racism.
It is.
But at the same time, you seem to want to reject or set aside those black people who are the product of systematic racism.
I'm not the pacified dude. I'm not the pacified dude. You have to fucking listen.
It ain't got nothing to do with being a pacifier.
Your body has to be clean. You have to have balance in your life.
He's talking about your body has to be clean. You have to have balance in your life. When you got white people on Wall Street snorting more cocaine than anybody, Larry, stop it. All that has nothing to do with why people choose to do what the fuck they do. Okay? You cannot sit here and act like the playing field is the same when it's not. You cannot sit here and tell me that my family, okay, who does not have generational wealth like Bob Slawoski, okay, family who got they got motherfucking trusts. You already acknowledge the fact that they already had a opportunity to create wealth in their bloodline by having them get these lands. You already acknowledge that. And that wealth, and you already acknowledge the fact that wealth was passed down generation to generation. Okay, you go ride in certain communities and these here folks living in these here big ass mansions and they librarians. Like, how the fuck is she still able to live in that damn community? She can't afford that big old mansion, that $400,000 house, and his mama a fucking teacher or a fucking librarian some goddamn where, working a damn job. How? Well, I'll tell you how. Same way you was able to acknowledge, Larry, that, hey, they was given all that doggone opportunity, okay? And what they do, they pass that money, they pass that her grandma, then pass that down to her, and so forth and so forth. Generational wealth. And guess what? When she filled out her application and they saw her last name was Jew, guess what they did? They didn't tax her like they taxed me. They didn't give her car insurance and my car insurance. It's not the same. Black people, the ones who are gainfully employed, the black people who are a product of society, the black people who are part of the society that keeps this motherfucking corporation running, the ones that's paying a whole lot of motherfucking money to live, man, especially the black woman, we paying a lot. Don't be a single black woman, but I don't give a fuck single or married, but especially the single black woman that's out here fucking working. Please tax like a motherfucker. You tax on your car insurance, you tax on your home insurance, you tax on every motherfucking thing. Life insurance, health insurance, you tax like a motherfucker. You a whole check walking around this motherfucker. All they see is opportunity. Everybody, your own man see opportunity, the other man see opportunity. No.
Sun goes up, the sun goes down. If you're not waking up when the sun first come up, trying to figure out
then he's sitting up here talking about your system and shit gotta be clean and all that. And then I can have a corporate job right now working for a fucking mortgage company or something. I could be up in there going to work every goddamn day, married and all that. Boom, Bob coming there, he got a corporate job. We both work for the same fucking firm or the same mortgage company. There is going to be a difference, and Bob can snort cocaine every motherfucking goddamn day, and I could take my black ass up in there every day, excuse me, whether I'm married or single. The playing field is going to be fucking different. There's going to be a different board game that's going to fucking come out for my black ass, excuse me, than it is for Bob, because more than likely Bob got that job because his uncle probably owns it, or his cousin, uncle, friend owns it. Quit acting like they don't do that shit when they do. And guess what? They all probably snorting cocaine and getting high, but they looking out for their own.
Or life and you are breathing air in and out all motherfucking day, and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, no, I don't have an excuse for you. It's too many women out here pacifying niggas as it is. I'm not the pacifying guy. Get your sorry ass up, get that shit out your system, and take your ass out there and go door to door till you get one job, then go look for another one, then save your money, then fix your credit, and then go put your family back together and raise your kids in the situation the fuck that you created. I'm not the pacifier.
Now, I agree with him on that for that particular scenario, for that guy. I do agree to that. Yes, get your ass up and go get your ass a job. Whether you snorting, or smoking, or whatever the fuck you doing, go get your ass up. Nah, I totally agree with that. But Larry, don't put us all in the same motherfucking category. Don't put all the black brothers in that same category. Please don't. Because I know guys who smoke weed like a motherfucker. They work for they make six figures. 6 figures, and they getting high. I know athletes who are millionaires and they getting high too. They smoking weed too. And they just so happen to be black. So quit talking like as if smoking weed or something gonna just make you a bad guy, because it's not. But like I said, I know the scenario of a person that he's talking about as far as, that type of little hood nigga. I know that, I know a hood. Who don't know a hood nigga? We got hood people in our fucking family. But you can't put us all in the same fucking boat. We're not all the same. And you as a black man doing that to your own people, you a fucking hypocrite.
I can't sit up there and blame. Like, it's different forms of systematic racism that put you in the situation. I'm talking about when you get in the fucking situation, what the fuck are you doing to change the situation? And if you laying around smoking weed thinking somebody gonna come figure out all this shit for you, like, I don't agree with that. I just don't.
Hey, Levi.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I understand what Larry's saying, because I've had this conversation 1,000 times with him, but I finally understand what he's saying. I understand what he's saying. As far as, at this point, you got to act like the bird coming out the nest. Either you're going to fly, you not. Now, granted, people do need direction, and we do need big forums to facilitate that, and we need them fast. To get back to what you were saying, Levi, I'm going to address what you were saying about what makes these entities, the United States government uses its enforcement arms like CIA, the DIA, the Central Intelligence, the Secret Service, National Security, Homeland Security. Yes, sir. Police, FBI, all this stuff. They use this stuff. This stuff was created to keep us in our place in slavery. The police was created to keep us in our place in slavery. So the nature, the foundation of the police, the foundation of an enforcement arm to govern people by force or by manipulation of force is
I'm gonna ask y'all, what do you all think will change our disparities as a culture of people? What do you think will change? What do you think needs to be done? Because in Chicago, it is very, very sad what's going on in Chicago. How they killing, because they talked about that too. That was an excellent conversation. I enjoyed the platform. I didn't get a chance to hear everything that they discussed. I'm probably just only missed about maybe, I probably missed maybe a good 40 minutes of everything they talked about. I didn't hear that beginning until now, but it was a good conversation, and we need that. We need to talk about things that affects us all. We can talk about other things other than what's going on with R. Kelly and the R. Kelly case, because that, like I tell, and that's important too, though, because he is a black man and he has touched so many people, and he's touched so many people in our culture, okay, and influenced our culture as well. What do you all think needs to be done, though? What do you think? Because at this point, the stuff that's going on in Chicago, because Larry was saying, ain't nothing could be done. They can bring in national law. They can do all that. Ain't nothing. Them people were killed. They'll kill them people in Chicago. They so ruthless. They'll kill them. And I beg to differ on that. This government ain't scared of no hole. I don't give a damn. This government is not scared of no doggone gangs. I'm here to tell you that they already done figured out a way to wipe motherfuckers out. Okay, it's called chemical warfare. Chemical warfare. You know how motherfuckers, a lot of people act the way they do because they don't even understand that the food that you eating is a fucking drug. You ever notice when you go eat certain food, you hungry right back? You right back hungry because you know why? It's a drug. You want to go back and get some more fucking fast food. That's why certain fast food restaurants, I try my best not to eat that shit. Because soon as your ass eat it, like I told somebody, if you buy a fucking meal for $5, oh yeah, I'm getting, then that's that nigga mindset, right? I getting all this for $5. You get a pop, a fucking piece of motherfucking, a chicken. You get a side, you get a whole biscuit, and a motherfucking cookie or something for $5 motherfucking. Now let's use your critical thinking skills and pull out your mathematical skills as well. For $5 motherfucking. Like I asked somebody, how much do you think how much do you think the person who prepared this shit for you paid for that shit that they selling you for $5 fucking? If I'm about to sell it for $5, fuck it. If I got any fucking old drug dealers in the chat, people used to sell bags of weed. Fuck it. Maybe you sold cookies at the fucking cookie bake sale at the kids' school. If you selling it for $5 motherfucking, how much did you buy for your supplies? How much did you pay for your ingredients? How much? If your profit is about to be fucking $5, how much did it cost you to get that cookie, get that drink? How much did you pay for supplies? You couldn't have paid too motherfucking much because you are selling it for $5. What you think the profit is? So that means they done went to the cheapest supplier to get that bird that they got in that box. They done went to the cheapest supplier to get the fucking cookie that they got in that box. They done went to the cheapest motherfucking supplier. Hey, baby, good morning. Couldn't sleep. Look, I had a long nap. And then when I got up, Tony G is my baby over there, y'all. When I got up, I got to watching a channel. And so I want to do a little commentary just for the playback purposes. And it just so happened, I got beautiful people in the chat. I got my melanated family up in here. What's going on? But yeah, if you bought a meal for $5, if you didn't, just like they had that sandwich for $3 and everybody was going crazy over that shit. And I told my son, I said, let me tell you something, son, don't eat that bullshit. When the last time a bird, motherfuckers was going crazy over the goddamn bird. Then boom, next thing you know, you got a motherfucking disease that's hitting the airways left and motherfucking right. That came from a bird, a different type of bird. In the bird, it flies. This country, this government ain't nothing fucking changed about it. It's a big ass fucking plantation, and that's how they look at us. Period. And the people on the bottom is, you got to have people on the bottom so the people on top can stand. It's going to always be that way. You're going to have the poor people and you're going to have the rich people. But right now, if you got any entrepreneur spirit in your ass, now's the time to wake it up. Again, ask yourself, though, about these meals, chemical warfare. See, right now, this government knows just how much drugs they done put. They got certain drugs that'll make your ass go to sleep, wake up, make you sad, mad, make you want to kill, make you want to have sex, make you want to do all kind of shit. And they put it in the fucking food. Okay? Motherfuckers smoke weed. How the fuck you smoking weed and you look like a crackhead? How does weed make you look like a fucking crackhead? That shit drying motherfuckers out. I'm like, look, quit smoking that shit because it got you looking old as fuck. Got you, how weed make you look so dead? Weed got their lips looking so black. Your skin, that shit kills your fucking pores. It kills your cells. We wake up, you have new cells that produce in your body every single fucking day. But certain things you put in that body kills and destroys them every day. You wake up, your cells do just like this. When we all get up, your cells in your body is doing just like this. But then boom, you drink that fucking coffee. First you have your coffee, and then the motherfuckers go like this. After you have that second cup, they going like that. Then by the time you eat some of that bullshit, them motherfuckers is doing like this. But you don't see it, what's going on in your inside of your body, because you're still able to get up, walk around, move around, da da da. But when you stop doing that shit, when you stop drinking that coffee, stop eating that bullshit and that food, then you're going to see that them motherfucking cells going to be like this all motherfucking day long. Then you will see what I'm talking about. It'll show up your skin and start looking more rejuvenated. The skin is your biggest organ that you have on your body. It tells everything. It tells me if you smoke, if you get bad sperm injected into your body, if you carrying bad sperm, that skin tells everything. If you drink enough water, smoke cigarettes, smoke weed, if you do crack, it tells everything. If you eat poisonous food all fucking day long, chocolates, everything. In a bad relationship, if you had a fucked up life, if you got regrets, if you walking around this motherfucker bitter, it shows up on that skin, tells it everything. Okay. So a lot of reasons, a lot of our people do the things that they're doing because of other things that's being happening to you, mainly what you put into that body. And these people, speaking of certain entities, they sit at the darn round table every fucking year, every day. And guess what? They push fucking agendas all day long. And who do you think they push that shit on? The people that Larry is talking about in that video. They push them on those kind of Negroes, but it affects us all because those people look at us all in the same fucking category. They look at us the same motherfucking way. They got the flu shot out now. Certain jobs telling your ass, if you don't take that fucking flu shot, you can't even come to motherfucking work. You can't even go up in there. What you gonna do? That's a whole nother conversation right there. Let me see what y'all saying. First, stop looking for celebrities as God. You ain't lying. Because Brent, they use them to march us right into a fucking cockpit of hell. Okay? No, I'm not doing that. It's only a few celebrities that I fuck with, okay? But I'm not looking at them as no God. That's, you can best believe that. No celebrity speaks on my behalf. No. And you can tell the ones that ain't part of the system because those are the ones that's getting dogged out right now. Second read. Okay, you got to do that. You said you gave up on restaurant food. I'm sorry, I gave up on restaurant food years ago, especially when I found out the meat wasn't real. Exactly, baby. You see what I'm saying? How you... Like I said, how you gonna get something? How you gonna get a meal for $5 and $3? How much do you think they went and got? How much you think they paid for the flour that they making that little cookie that they giving you? How much do you think they paid for the flour? If it's a real flour or real chocolate chip or a real fucking chicken that you fucking eating? How do you, come on now? What the fuck? What plant? What farm you think they got the birds that they feeding your ass in that $5 box? What the fuck you think they fed the bird top of the line food? Do you think they fed the bird that you about to eat top of the line food? That goddamn bird is eating shit food because they know they can't make no money. Why would they, the producers of the bird, why would they feed the bird good food when they about to make only a little couple dollars off of the bird that you about to go eat? Cause you think you winning because you ate for $5. Yeah, I'm good now. I done ate for $5. Then you went home and cussed your woman out. You know, went home and cussed your dude out. You know why? Because you on a drug. And that $5 box still got your ass hungry an hour or two later. You still fucking hungry. And you don't even know why you cussing your motherfucking nigga out. You don't even know why. Because you're eating poison. You're eating a drug. It's a fucking drug. And guess what? Tomorrow, that same box will talk to you and tell you to go get another one. Go get another one tomorrow. And before you know it, you're eating box after box. And next thing you know, you got glaucoma. You got motherfucking high blood pressure, diabetes, and everything else. And guess what the people at the round table do? AKA the government, all of them, the USDA department. I don't know why I got the burpees this morning. Excuse me. All of them sitting at the round table, figuring out what new drug to get you to take because they know you're going to need it because they already put the drugs in the food so they can create the drug that they wanted to create in the first motherfucking place. Slowly kill, slowly slow down. They figuring out, man, please, if this whole thing is a business, all this shit is a business. Then you fail to realize, and you could talk, man, you can't. If you own a hospital right now, and I'm gonna pay you $300,000. No, fuck it, 50,000, 70. Fuck it, I'm gonna pay you $70,000 for each heart transplant you do. You think that motherfucking hospital ain't gonna do no damn heart transplants on some folks? You got to be fooling yourself if you don't believe that. And I didn't believe it either. It wasn't until my mother got sick. When my mom got sick, my mother went into the hospital, a young woman. She went in there young and vibrant. And I'll never forget, it was an old lady in the waiting room. And she said, baby, let me tell you something. Don't let them cut on your mama, because as soon as they find out she got insurance, that's when they want to do surgery on you. They want to start cutting. And don't get me wrong, I'm no physician and I'm no doctor. And I'm not trying to tell nobody don't get no surgery. I'm not trying to persuade nobody. But I am telling you a story. That's all. My true story. She said, don't let them cut on your mama. Man, you don't know 1,000 times over 1,000. I wish I had to listen to that old lady, but I was scared. I didn't know. I hadn't did my research. I'm nowhere near the person I am now that I was then. Then the doctor told me to do whatever. I did exactly what the doctor said. You know, you got them kind of people too. Whatever the doctor say, that's what you do. I ain't that person no more. Now I'm going to research it. Now I look for myself. I have what's called knowledge of self. Okay. If it don't agree with this temple I live in, I don't proceed. And guess what? If I happen to make a bad call, me and my presence of self, if we happen to make a bad call, then guess what? It is what it is. Okay. Wish me the fuck on well. I'm going to transition on if that's what it's going to do. But all that, no. Okay. Please, my mother never was the same ever a fucking again. And I was there, and I'm an only child, so I'm in there, and I'm pregnant with my son. So I'm scared, pregnant. I'm out of my mind. I'm hysterical. Every motherfucking thing. Don't know what I'm gonna do. Something gonna happen to my mom. I didn't know. They like, we gotta do surgery. If we don't do this surgery, she gonna die. What the fuck you think I did? I signed paperwork. I'm like, yes, go ahead, do it. You know, don't kill my mama. You know what I'm saying? Da da da. Please, looking back, I wish I could have made, man, please, I would have never did that shit. Never. Knowing what I know now. Next thing I know, my mom was on a life support. She was a straight fighter, because she went through this here. She went for she lived 3 years after that. And she fought a good ass motherfucking fight. You hear me? But she went in there, a young, vibrant looking woman, like how, boom, young. My mom died at 51 years old. She was a young woman. Okay? So no. If I had to do it over again, no way in the coming of Christ. Let me see what y'all saying. Sky, I want to debate Larry. You said your problem is not drinking enough water. Well, Tanya, honey, please drink more water, okay? Because your body is what, 80% water. So you majority, your cells, your body is majority water. So why would you put grease, lard, starch, powder, and all that is going to weigh you down? You got to give your body what it needs. We were designed, us as African American people, melanated people, and Brent, you probably can back this up. We were designed to eat everything off a tree and off the ground. And we can survive like that. That's the type of diet our ancestors lived off of. We were supposed to eat everything that gorilla ate. And you see how big that fucking gorilla is? How is that gorilla so big and so powerful, and all the fuck he eat is vegetables? He got a vegetative diet, a vegetarian. He's a fucking vegetarian, but one of the strongest motherfucking animals there is on the planet. How? And he don't eat no flesh. We were not supposed to eat any flesh. You said, Sky, I want to debate Larry. Sky, where you go? You said, Sky, I want to debate Larry, but his people wouldn't know what I'm talking about. Some of them weird though, because that lady that was over there, it was two, like I said, both of them ladies that got on that platform tonight, and I ain't even listened to all of them, and I don't remember their name or whatever, but you heard that one lady. Now, she was good. I liked her. She was nice and subtle with what she had to say too, because some of them be like that keep R. Kelly down, and I hate to say that I said her whole name, but oh well, it is what it is. But all she want to do is push her paperwork that she been fed. That's it. So, and to me, she's immature. Okay, because she can get. It's okay to have an opinion. You know what I'm saying, but you don't have to offend anyone to do that. Okay, you don't have to be so. And I don't know what R. Kelly did to her, or what happened to her to be so adamant about to see the downfall of R. Kelly. But see, her leader has that same approach about his own people, so he's going to attract people like that, because that's what type of leadership you're under. You're under a person who don't mind destroying and seeing the takedown of his own people. No good for him. Fucking woo woo woo. I'm not that person. Okay, and I ain't asking everybody to be like me, but I'm just saying, if my people got an issue, let me see what the issue is with my people, and let me get my people some motherfucking help. I don't want to just see my people destroyed. Even, and like I said, and I'm not the type of person who have no enemies. I only got one. If anything ever happened to me, I know it's only one person where it may have come from. I don't got people. I don't deal around people like that. I don't. And that one person, I don't even deal with them. They don't even know why they don't like me. It's just people think that they gotta hate you so they light can shine. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they gotta dim your light so they can shine. I'll never understand why they don't like whatever it is they hear about me. And it's nobody on these YouTube streets. It's in my personal life. I don't understand. I never sit here and try to wonder why nobody don't like my black ass. Because guess what? I got love in my heart. So I wouldn't dare waste my time. I couldn't figure that shit out. I'm not a hater. I'm not an evil person. So evilness don't sit well in my aura. I'm not about to say, I can't even resonate with that. No. Mm-mm. You said, Brent, he not as educated as he claimed to be. Tanya, I agree. You know, people, and it's a difference between being educated and being intellectual, okay? People, you know, they throw them words out there, excuse me, and some people can come across as being so educated because they can throw big words out. Maybe, you know, us as certain people, you know, like I say, some people sound real smart to some dummies. You know what I'm saying? But when you're not, and you know, he's just a Southern black man. That's it. He's a Southern male. Okay. He's from the South. He got that Southern background, and you can hear in his conversation, especially towards his own people. You see what I'm saying? Because you find them type of men in the South. You will find a lot of them type of black men in the South who can see the wrong in their own kind. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been up under that type of you know, that type of dictatorship, you know, that Southern background, you know. You said sugar worse than cocaine for the brain. Exactly, Brent. And if people, baby, Brent, you know what? Brent, you own it. Now, you are very smart. That is, you do your research. I can tell that you do your thing, honey, because that is the truth. And I just told my friend the same thing. I'm like, look, all that sugar that you put in your body every freaking day, first off, sugar is cancer's best friend. That's how a lot of people get fucking cancer, from sugar. Okay. And then I was talking to somebody who was feeding their baby pancakes every day. I'm like, if you don't quit feeding that baby pancakes every motherfucking day, you gonna fuck that baby up, because guess what? A, you getting the baby addicted to sugar. B, that's not, and then once you break flour down in the body, any type of form of flour, it gets broke down into your body. Guess what it turns into? Sugar. Starch is AKA sugar in the body. Starch, sugar is hidden in so much shit. Ketchup, Here you got fries, you up there eating your fries, and you're gonna put ketchup on there, baby. You done fuck around there. That your glucose is gonna get fucked up. Okay. It's so much stuff that you once it internalized in your body, it turned right into fucking sugar. They know that. That's why they put it in everything. High fructose corn syrup. It's in every fucking thing. And they know that. They put that shit in that shit for a reason. They can come up with a better product to put in the damn gone. I bet you in that $5 box that got that fucking cookie in there, because I never eat that fucking cookie. I ain't gonna lie. Every now and again, I've had one. I've had the $5 box too. Trust me, I done had the motherfucking $5 box. I'm not trying to say I have not. I'm saying those things are things that cause our frequencies and our vibrations to go fucking low. And trust me, if I eat one of the $5 box, that's because of the kids and stop. And they, Mom brought you something, some shit like that. And at one point in time, I was straight vegan. I ain't eat nothing, no flesh, and none of that. I done fell off my rocker a few times, but I'm gonna get my black ass right back up on the rock. Trust me, I'm telling you, feel so different. Okay, you feel so different. You go back to eating that fucking shit, you feel terrible. That shit had your personality, your attitude, it have you different because all that shit that they done fed that animal. Whatever diseases that animal had, and whatever mad cow disease and all that shit is real. That cow was motherfucking mad. And guess what? You done ate some of that shit and now you fucking mad. Okay? Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me go back. You said, let me read some more of y'all stuff. Wait, hold on. I work at a hospital and the news is lying about these numbers in Florida. Oh, I bet you they is lying about them numbers in Florida. But guess what? You know how much that check ain't lying that they got for them numbers. Okay, Brent? So that's what the fuck they gotta, I ain't mad at them. They gotta get it how the fuck they live. Doctors and hospitals are the same. Doctors and hospitals are the same. Insurance is what they love. It's about, that's right. It's because that's what, it's a business. It is a fucking business. I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm telling you, I wish, what Tony G say? What my baby say? He said, them damn doctors ain't nothing but licensed drug dealers. I stopped taking my meds years ago. I take my morning seeds and my turmeric and my ginger, and we got to keep that immune system up. I know that's right, Tony. I got a guy who's I'm going to bring on my platform, and he's a herbalist. And he's going to talk to us about different herbs and different things for our immune system. Because they saying that when this flu season come in, that we're going to spike back up. Those numbers going to go back up, which I'm not surprised. Because before November, we're going to see a whole bunch of shit. That's why you better get your ducks in a row. And y'all wonder why I'm up early like this? Or some people, it may be late. You better get your ducks in a fucking row, okay? We don't got no time to sleep. Like the great ancestors said, you better act like this shit has already fucking happened, okay? For real. And those that didn't know, get your ass, get lined the fuck up. And like my dear brother saying right here in this comment, get that immune system the fuck up. Get it up. Because that right there is vital. That's like I told somebody the other day. You waking up, you drinking fucking coffee. Then you got a damn donut. Then you going from there, you want to drink, what else? There was some other shit. Just all that sugar in your damn body. You slowing your cells down. By the time 4 o'clock, not even 4 o'clock, you're going to crash. You eat all that sugar, and before you know it, you're getting the trembling and shit. You're about to take your body into a shock and don't even know it. Don't even know why. Because you ain't drunk. When you first get up in the morning, the first thing you're supposed to do is drink some water. That's number one. That's first. Then after that, you got to eat some fruits or some goddamn vegetables. Okay? Then a little protein. Eat you some goddamn oatmeal. Then for lunchtime, you're supposed to have another big ass motherfucking bowl of goddamn vegetables. Okay? We need that doggone greenery in our fucking diet. We got to have it. A lot of people follow Dr. Sabi. Man, I told y'all before, Tanya, I don't know if you was on here. Dr. Sabi, I went to go see him before he passed. And I bought a lot of his stuff, and Dr. Sabi wasn't no joke. Dr. Sabi, that man was in good tip-top shape. You hear me? Dr. Sabi, that man, God rest the beautiful ancestor soul. Okay. Dr. Sabi was the truth. I thank the universe for bringing him down here. You know what I'm saying? I really do. For those who had a chance to see and be in his presence, that man is powerful. They knew what they was doing. I love Dr. Sabi. What you say, baby? No, I'm a Southern black man. You a Southern black man? Oh, okay, that's what's up. Well, see, that's now how is it? You know what I'm saying? Other people, he claim he a Southern black man, but you a different type of Southern black man. That's why they get rid of Dr. Sabi, because he was taking away that money. That's right. The medical field didn't like that. Exactly, Tanya. I agree. And they claim that's exactly why Nick Cannon, why they, did what they did to Nick Cannon, because, he's got that docuseries coming out about Dr. Sabi, and it's supposed to be coming out soon. So they said they had to hurry up and disassociate themselves with Nick Cannon before he brings that docuseries out. You said what, Nichelle? Let's see what you said, Nichelle. You said, and that's what I believe into them home remedies, medicines, and whatnot. Some of these medicines, that they subscribe at the doctors don't do nothing for you. They make you even more sicker. And that is the God knows truth right there. Now, how is it that you giving me something for my motherfucking shoulder, but it's going to fuck my stomach up? Or you giving me something for my eyes, going to fuck my liver up? What's up with that? And like they said, how about we cure the problem? Can we get to you're curing instead of the symptoms? See, they curing your symptoms, and that was some of Dr. Sabi's teaching. They cure the symptoms, but don't cure the problem. See, that's why they ask you, what kind of symptoms are you having? Because they're treating that symptom. But can we talk about why the symptom occurred? Let's cure the problem. And that, they say, medicine don't do. And I'm saying it like that for purposes of YouTube, because they'll take this goddamn video down. When you talk about that 19 in remedies, they'll take your damn video down. They will take your fucking video down, okay? Because they don't want us talking like this, because we got to be up under the ML, the Ultra MLK, okay? We got to be up under that system. I smoke weed and I feel great, LOL. Like I tell people, you got to know what strand works for you, okay? I'm going to smoke weed and feel. Can I call in? Yeah, hold on, Carla. Let me get the skyline, okay? Hold on. Look, hold on. Let me ease. I got to ease off to the sides of the camera because I got my doggone night shirt on. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I got to go downstairs and get my skyline. Hold on, y'all. I'm easing back into the camera. Hold on. Now I got to twinkle. Okay. Y'all there? Y'all see that? And we back on? I'm back. Sky, did you ever take the job? Hold on, let me open up. You said I'm back, y'all. Let me see whether or not y'all can see me. I'm back. Can anybody see me? Can y'all see me? I told y'all we get to talking about that COVID. They'll do all kind of crazy stuff. They don't want you talking about that COVID on this YouTube. Can y'all see me? They said, what happened to Sky? And Tony G, I just got your text if you can hear me. Let me see. Did I entered into the broadcast. Let me see. Let me go to my channel and see whether or not y'all can see me. Oh, okay, y'all say yes, I see you. I don't know what happened, honey. The only thing I can tell you is that YouTube with that mess. That's the only thing I can tell you. I was like, all I know is the screen went black. Okay. Did y'all hear what I said about I was saying who was gonna win the election, and next thing I know, that thing said whoop. Biden is gonna be you said both of them was looking like two old dudes from the Muppets. Who are you talking about? Oh, you talking about you talking about Trump and Biden? Tony G. What they was looking. I was thinking the same thing because Biden, he looked like he looked like how the Muppets had their mouth like. Well, I'm like, okay, he looked so not. He just didn't look real. He just did not look real. Neo, you said, when will America return land to its indigenous people? Please, Neo. Right now, if I don't think it will ever be worded like that. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna go, stuff will be hidden in plain sight. You know what I mean? Both Angela, they all promise you things, but they make it, well, when they make it in office, they're gonna change all that. First off, you talking about Tamara Harris, Kamala Harris, Stevie and Ray can see through this bullshit election. Sky on now they saying something is wrong with fruits and vegetables. Hey, are they saying that, Miss Lady T? Who do you think will hurt us worse, Trump or Biden? Well, it depends, Angela. Who do I think will hurt us worse versus Trump and Biden? My honest opinion, Biden. I'm gonna tell you, Biden is not going to be the president, in my opinion. Okay, and I'm willing to bet anybody on here if you want to make a bet. I see Donald Trump being the president, and I see his running candidate, his vice VP, being Mitch Romney. Okay. Pence is out of there because Pence is the true KKK. He's the true. He talk all that. You know, well, Pence was that's the real devil in disguise right there. Reason why I say Biden will not be the president is because the NRA, okay? The NRA, whoever they back up, that lets you know who's going to be the president, number one. Number two, America, white America, will not stand for anyone who's against guns. They're not going to do it. That's number one. Number two, a female, America will never allow a woman to be the front of this country. Never. Reason why I feel that way? Because other countries view women as weak. They do not respect women. America will never allow a female to be on the front line for this country, knowing that its allies do not respect women. Never will they do that. And I could be wrong, but from what I see, it ain't gonna happen. Third reason why the Kamala and Biden mix ain't gonna work. There's a lot of Americans who look at that as the remix Obama. They're not gonna do it. They're not. She is not a black woman, and I wouldn't care if she was a red woman, brown woman, a yellow woman. It don't matter. They're using that to play on black folks. They can't run that down on me. No, they can go on here. Their ideology, they can get on with all that. I need you to tell me what you're gonna do for me, my people. What y'all gonna do for me and mine? None of these presidents talking that. None of these presidents. Well, Trump did make a proposal. He did say something tonight. First time ever. We've never, even Obama was in there. We never heard him say anything about he'll give the blacks anything, and we helped him get in office. So they say. We wasn't the only ones to help them. I ain't trying to say we did it all for him. No, other people got him in there. He was not backed by our money. Those other people got him in there, okay? And those other people I'm talking about, they just so happen to be Spanish, okay? They helped him get in there along with those other ones. All of these presidents have an agenda. Reason why I say Biden will do more damage to us than Trump. You have to know what these politicians did when they were senators. Biden, when he was a senator, he was against a prison reform, allowing you, once you become incarcerated, to be educated in that system. They knew that that would turn a lot of men around. He was against that. That's just one of many. Kamala, she was allowed basically a man to be murdered without having probable cause. Those two alone, and that's just one of her. That's just one of her background stories. It's a lot with her as a prosecutor. A lot of people would consider her to be a bed wench. A lot of folks would consider her that. Okay. You know, a black woman or a woman that's of color who is really a lover of another. Okay. That will sacrifice her own people for that. Her and Larry would probably have an excellent conversation. They could probably sit on Capitol Hill together. Larry would love to sit on Capitol Hill with her and Biden. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I just know that they have the same type of mindset. These are the black people that will put their own people behind bars based on narratives, not facts, just narratives. I'm going to tell you why I believe Trump will be, let's be clear too, neither one of these going to do anything no different. They both going to do the exact same thing. Okay, let's be clear about that, which is be the forefront of this country. They both going to shake hands with devils. That's what they going to do. They both going to do the exact same thing. This news media shows you sound bites after sound bites of Trump saying ignorant shit all fucking day. Well, guess what? If they didn't like what Biden did, we seen them love Obama and then go from loving Obama to hating Obama. And they're gonna do it. They will do the same thing with Biden. Soon as Biden don't whatever narrative, they'll do the same thing with him. Make him look just as stupid, or get tired of what he got to say, or show all the. They'll do the same thing. We seen that happen with Obama. We just saw that. The news do what it want to do. It tell the story how it want to tell. The question is, who's behind that? What party is behind that? And because of him, I'm able to eat some of the exotic fruits that he was talking about and vegetables he was talking about. Really, Nichelle, okay, you talking about Dr. Sabi, gotta be. I advise people, don't take that damn flu shot. You don't know what they shooting in your body. It's Tony G. Would you please say that again? Would you please say that again? Yeah, they probably take this live down. Okay, I'm behind on my comments, y'all. Give me a minute. Let me go back because of that. Tony G, they really was looking like the Muppets. You ain't lying about that. Thank you, Tanya. Scott, did you ever take the job? Brent, what job? Because I forgot. Oh, you talking about when I was talking when I the other couple of days, a week ago, and I was talking about there was a job offer. Nope, I didn't. I didn't take that job because God got something better for SkkyZone. Yes, let me get the call-in number for you, Carla. Hold on. She helped Jesse Smollett get off. Oh, I bet you she did help Jesse Smollett get off, because guess what? Kim Fox is her girl. See, they're all part of the same party. The Democratic Party is behind Mr. Kelly's demise. R. Kelly is a political prisoner. Okay? And I'm gonna tell you, I believe Donald Trump is gonna be the freedom of him. I never wanted to put it in a clear sentence like that, but I put it in there today, okay? Look, I need to go get my water now. Kim Fox is her girl, Brent. Okay, that's all the Democratic Party. They are all part of the same, they all sit at the same table together. See, these parties all have agendas. They push laws, they enforce laws, and they help each other out, called lobbying. Okay, they lobby for each other. Okay, you help me push my agenda, I help you push your agenda. You get this bill passed, I'm gonna help you do what you need to do. They do that. It's legal. Okay, they just use fancy terms for it. The hookup, aka lobbying. Okay, you help my people get in, I'm gonna help your people get in. We're gonna push the same agenda. I gotta sit here and say I'm for this, say I'm for it, even when I don't believe in it, because guess what? You helped me, and now I gotta help you. It's all a game, a dirty game. But yeah, she helped Jesse Smollett. She helped her people get off because that's all part of the agenda for the Democrats. But remember, just last year, she was just dogging old Joe on out. And Joe Biden, I would have loved for Joe to answer that question. See, a lot of people looked at that and said, "Oh," and I could just hear what they're gonna say tomorrow. Donald Trump was dogging Joe Biden's son out. He was talking about that man's son. Wait a minute. You're live with the SkkyZone. Hey, Carla, how are you?
Good. It's my first time calling in.
Okay.
I've been kind of jumping up and down trying to get your attention because I wanted to first of all get your caption.
Oh, I appreciate that, and welcome to the SkkyZone. I appreciate you, first timer. We got a first timer here, y'all.
But the topic you're talking about today, I mean, I think I've been on this for a whole week, and my poor husband, but he is waking up to what's really going on. So I have to be patient with him.
Okay.
So when I heard bits and pieces of how Larry was coming strong tonight, I had to disconnect from him because it's like he's not black or something. I don't get him. But I mean, I'm not trying to talk too bad about the man because he seems to want to, I don't know, do something in support of the supporters of R. Kelly. However, it shouldn't be coming from him talking about black people at all. It just shouldn't. And when he was talking specifically about people smoking weed and people doing this and people doing that, that's a lifestyle. That has nothing to do with your color. And so when he talks like that, you know, he loses me. He really does. And but that's all I'm gonna say about Larry. I wanted to share a story with you guys that highlights exactly what you're talking about.
Okay.
Me and my husband went to an estate sale today.
Hey, Diva.
And the man was selling his grandmother's item. And there were a few things that I was interested in, so he gave me a price, and before I purchased it, I was in the process of researching what I was buying because it had signatures on it. So as I'm looking it up, he tells me that he sent a text to his sister and she said don't sell it and not to sell any of the pictures. They would go through that later on and make sure that they're pricing it right. So I respected it, told him no problem, and I left everything with him. I didn't want to buy nothing from him. So next thing I know, this white woman comes up and he shows her a picture. And I'm headed back over there to talk to this man, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's his stuff, granted, but I felt that what he did was pretty, pretty lousy. And my husband's like, don't do it. It's his stuff, leave him alone. I said, no, see, racism needs to be called out. And that just was in my face. Mm-hmm. And I said, I got to address this. But before I could, the man, I guess, sensed that he, needed to do something to make amends with me. And he brings over the stuff that, not the pictures, but the other stuff that I was going to purchase from him, and he gives it to me. Mm-hmm. And my husband was like, see, if you would have went over there and started something, told him off or whatever, then, you wouldn't have been able to obtain. He would have had an opportunity to get it right. Mm-hmm. And I realized this past week that I'm in a very racist town. We came here because of work. And so as we've been living here, I'm like, there's something really wrong with this town. And anyway, that right there let me know that even with this election coming up, with the way, I guess, like you said, about them teaching us that all we are is slaves,
All we are is who?
Yeah, and that there's a certain select few of us, that are worthy, of their attention, mm-hmm. of their support. Mm-hmm. He is the first president in my lifetime who's tried to give Black people some type of reparations, but it's not reparations because it's all in the form of a loan. It's
not reparations because of what?
Because it's a loan.
It's who?
It's a loan.
Oh, it's a loan. Okay. Mm-hmm.
It's a loan. All that money he's talking about giving to our community, it's a loan. Mm-hmm. And so that's not a gift. That's not reparations. That's not anything that's going to cause you guys to have to acknowledge the wrong that you've done.
True.
And so it's very frustrating right now. Definitely, I'm not for Biden, but I hate being put in a situation where I don't have a good choice, to pick from. Mm-hmm. And so these last couple of elections, I just had to bail out. I definitely couldn't, I didn't vote him in, and I couldn't have voted for Hillary. That just wasn't going to happen.
Mm-hmm. But a lot of people was going for Hillary. They was going, that Hillary. I'm like, man, that doggone Hillary something else, baby. That woman on show, she wear more pants than Bill do. Come on now, Hillary. You know what I'm saying? That woman something else. Hillary never won me over. She lost me with the hot sauce conversation. To me, that was so that was like a Jedi mind trick that she used on Black people when she got to talking about that hot sauce.
You absolutely right about that. Yeah. Where I dropped off with her for good was when the Secret Service agent came forward and began to talk about his experience with her and Bill. And she don't have no respect. I mean, if you're not in her club, she don't respect you at all.
None whatsoever. And then what she got going over in Haiti, okay?
Oh, yes, exactly.
Yes, what she doing to our ancestors, our not our ancestors, but our family over there. What she's doing to our people over there. She could never have my vote. What she doing to the Haitian people. Mm-mm.
And it was finally released because they have a lot of the investigation is being revealed. the text messages, and all this information.
Mm-hmm.
They've been sitting on this stuff for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And I told my husband, I said, I believe the October surprise is that they're going to shut down the country. Then they're going to have all these people around the world that they have secretly indicted. They're going to show the world them confessing to these crimes. And I mean, I could be off, but it's hopeful because we do need justice. And that's the whole purpose of, what you're talking about is how ridiculous it is for us to think that by us voting someone in, that mindset's going to change. Mm-hmm. Donald Trump has never had a vaccine.
He's never had a who?
Huh?
You said he's never had a what?
He's never had a vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
He said that in one of his speeches.
Mm-hmm.
He's never had a vaccine in his life. I don't even know how that happened.
Donald Trump has never had a vaccine. That Donald Trump.
He has never had a vaccine, and now he's the face of us getting a vaccine. Not that I'm taking it. I'm just saying that's what he's.
And he also has said in the beginning too. He was like, "Look, you don't have to take the vaccine." But I don't know if he changed it since then. But when they first was talking about the vaccine, he was saying that he wasn't going to make people have to get tested for the COVID or take the vaccine. But now I hear it's a different spin.
Well, I haven't heard that he's changed that, but he hasn't been reelected.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So after the election, if he wins, that could definitely change because
Facts.
Too much has gone on. I mean, even in his debate tonight, he brought up the fact that he has been opposed even before stepping into the office by the FBI, Hillary, all these investigations and hearings that are taking place is exposing all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I just hope that they take it to the ultimate level. We are tired of being mistreated, and especially us as Black people, because let's face it, it went from being overt to subtle to back again overt. But the main thing I see is that they take it as a game. This is our life.
Mm-hmm.
These are our children. These are our our grandmothers and so forth. We deserve to have posterity. We deserve that because all the others went before us. What? We built the country, and now you want to let the Italians, every other race come in and have a piece of the pie.
That's right.
And then you deny us by law. You use the law against us to deny us any type of prosperity. And that's just been the reality of living, under this type of regime.
That's true.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Bye.
No, you're right. I totally agree with everything you're saying. That's true. That here it is. This country was built on my ancestors, your ancestors back, and you allow every other culture to come in, apply with no redlining, and get everything. It's a reason why there's suburbs. It's a reason why it's ghettos. It's a reason why white and Black people don't live together. It's a reason why if you try to take your ass into a white neighborhood, they don't want you there. They'll have those Black Lives Matter signs everywhere in those white neighborhoods, but your Black ass better not try to matter in their neighborhood, okay?
That's right.
You try to matter over in that neighborhood, and you will see just how much your Black life matter because they're not going to let your ass stay.
Right. And I'm living through it every day, and I'm actually starting to laugh about it because never in my life have I experienced it on this level. But I get that I'm living in their community. You see, and so to me, because once we, move on from here and we get back to where family and all that is, I realized that I'm no longer that person that I was when I got back or when I left.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm going back with knowledge. I'm going back with the passion, like what you're expressing tonight, to educate my children, my grandchildren, and be a little bit more kinder, to those that don't have. There's a reason why we don't have.
That's right.
And I heard a story about how our government, after World War II, took and allowed for a certain sect of our population to be able to move out of the what you call the ghetto.
That's right. Move out the ghetto. That's right. Come on, sister. Come on with it. Come on, sister.
Okay. Move to the suburbs, and these homes were back then $10,000.
Right. Low housing. That's right. And then let me say something too, Carla, right there. In every wealthy neighborhood, couple of blocks over, there is low housing. They have a little small community where they allow their model low community, other nationalities to live.
You're right.
Okay. So go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
No, you're right. And so anyway, $10,000, they are automatically approved zero interest to move into the home. Mm-hmm. Zero interest. Then they raise the value of the home.
Mm-hmm.
So this $10,000 home went to $50,000. So they sold those homes and moved even further out. And so that $50,000 was them giving them wealth.
That's right.
We didn't know that was going on because we were being redlined, like you said, and then we weren't being permitted to prosper even at work. Our whole lifestyle was being oppressed by those who feared us because we were the carpenters. We were we had the skill and could outwork them. I mean, to know now, because there's a lot of wealthy people around me, to know now that their wealth came from generational wealth.
That's right. Grandfather in wealth. Yes.
So when we walked away from that estate, I turned to my husband. I said, that man did not want us to have any of his grandmother's items.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I picked up something, like I said, he tripped on me and flipped the script. But then he tried to overcharge my husband for the items that he wanted. And so we left it all. We didn't want your grandmother's stuff. We don't need you feeling like there's a piece of your family in our home. And that's really what it was.
Yes.
And just so that he wouldn't be out as he gave. But that was stuff that I could live without. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This stuff was supposed to be valuable, which is why he said he was pricing it the way it was. And when I went to double check, I guess I was just being too smart about it. And he said no. So it's still here.
Oh yeah, it ain't going nowhere. It's gonna always be here.
It's always gonna be here.
Yeah.
And not only that, but living in this community, I realized that they really are at a disadvantage because they have to stay in their circle. So to encounter me, it just throws them completely off. I'm sure at some point it ruins their day. Because you say something, I'm going to say something back to you. And so if you don't want the smoke, then don't start the fire. Don't do it. Because you may be bigger in numbers, but I got enough attitude, to cover the neighborhood. So it's a trip to see it in our day and age. It's a trip.
Mm-hmm.
But
you too, baby. Have a good night, Diva. Good morning as well, and good class, okay? Diva, what you going to school for? Go ahead, Carla. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So definitely, I love what you were saying in reference to Dr. Sebi. Excellent way to get us to re-examine what's going on in our bodies and pay attention, and then go back to those things that, like you said, I mean, a gorilla can live off trees, berries, and whatever, grass.
That's right, everything.
It becomes very strong.
Mm-hmm.
And so, who introduced this diet to us?
Mm-hmm. Exactly, it's westernized diet. This was not the diets of our great ancestors. They did not eat all of this here.
Nope.
This mess. Now, this kind of talk. Good morning, SkkyZone.
So I thank you for your topic tonight. I thank you for covering it. It hit home for me. So before I go, let me get your Cash App.
Okay. I'm gonna put it on the screen for you, Carla. I'll put it out there. I appreciate you calling in. Carla was our first time. She was the first timer, people calling in today. I appreciate you calling in with great point made. We as a people, we must do more reading, more research. We need to really see what's going on and know about our history, and more importantly, know our worth. If, another thing I'd like to add to what you were saying, I know everybody heard of the Willie Lynch speech. Okay, we still up under the Willie Lynch aura, or the what I'm trying to say. We still up under that leadership. We still got that we still got the Willie Lynch mindset. We still up under that, and you can tell that we've been genetically modified. We've been made to be the people we are. Okay, the nigga was created. I teach this to my children. Okay, we were created to be this way. This society has created that, and it's true. We did not come out of our parents' wombs. We did not come out of our parents' wombs the way that we all are. We all learned, these were all learned behaviors, and we learned them from one another. We learned them from each other. And this is how you know the nigga was created, okay? Go right now, or in the morning when everybody get to going or whatnot. If there's a black woman can walk into a restaurant, and there could be a Becky behind you, on the side of you, in front of you, and it could be a black servant. That black servant is going to speak to Becky, but she may not speak to your black ass. She may look at you like a piece of shit, but she may say good morning to Becky. Good morning. How are you? How can I help you? She going to give Becky the whole service. Now, why do you think she's doing that? Because she's been taught that.
She's been conditioned to do that.
She's been conditioned to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
You see it happen all the time. The black woman ain't even gonna speak to that other black woman. She ain't gonna say nothing to her. She gonna look down on her. What the hell? But she see Becky. She may just so happen to say hello, good morning, how's your day? How can I help you? I see it happen all the time. Man, please, they won't even acknowledge your presence. Same way the black man will do the same thing. He won't acknowledge you either. But you got the other one on the side of you. He gonna say good morning, how is it? How can I help you? And all of that. This because of the type of society we live in. Society has done this.
Well, it's sad, but they really don't see themselves as black. Because when I encounter those Beckys and that whole scenario that you just laid out, what I walk away with is they don't see themselves as black. They identify.
Somebody said she think Becky gonna tip.
Yeah, exactly. But and they don't know that they just popped up their biggest tip.
No, Brent, let's go. Let's just do McDonald's. We ain't even got to go. We're not even sitting down dining. We ain't even talking fine dining. This will happen if you just at a retail store. You could be at a fine retail store. They will not acknowledge your presence, okay? They will not. I've seen this happen at different retail stores, at Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever. I take my black self because I like to shop in other communities. I don't really like to shop in my own community because the service is just different. I'm sorry, it is. And when you look at the consumers that go into certain places, then you know what you're getting. Always base what you're getting on the consumers that go get it, what you're trying to get. For instance, if you live in the hood, go to that local grocery store in your neighborhood. I guarantee you, everybody walking up in there look like they sick, got diabetes, on high blood pressure, walking in there with motherfucking oxygen tanks. They on canes. They look like the night of the living dead going to their motherfucking grocery stores. Go to one of the ghetto grocery stores and you will see exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Everybody walking up in there, they barely can get their ass up in the store. They going up in the goddamn store, right? Drive your motherfucking ass to a suburban grocery store. Them motherfuckers walking up in there, baby, they'll knock you down. They jerk, jippy. They got so much goddamn energy, they will knock you down. You will see the consumers are totally different. Huh? What'd you say, Carl? I'm sorry.
No, honey, you're right. As a matter of fact, all you gotta do is go to a Whole Foods store. You can even go to the one in your neighborhood, and you'll see it.
Go to a Whole Foods store. Go to a Whole Foods store. Everybody going up in Whole Food. They in there. Ain't nobody on no ventilators. They ain't got no oxygen goddamn tanks. They ain't got no canes. They ain't in no wheelchairs. They walking in there just as healthy, and they moving around, and they going and getting and gotten. But take your black ass to a nigga store. A nigga grocery store, preferably, because that's where you would know exactly where all the poison is at. Motherfuckers in there, they barely can walk, barely can breathe, barely can do anything, barely living, and going in there buying death. How is it that the night of the living dead going to go buy dead? But that's what you get in your community.
That's right.
Why is that?
I have a friend who comes from a very wealthy family, and
let me just say this real quick, Carla. Wait a minute, Carla. Let me just say this one point.
Go ahead.
And that's why I say what I'm saying about the treatment that you get. The treatment that you get, this is how I know, this is why I can come with that analogy, because like I stated, I'm one of those consumers. I don't just shop because certain neighborhoods you got to go get certain things. So because with your certain seasoning, you ain't gonna get that out there in no suburbs. So you got to go down to nigga land to get certain things, okay? But certain things, when it come down to my main thing, what I'm putting in my body, I'm going out there, okay? I'm going to the suburbs to get it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I feel you.
Yeah, that's why I can make that analogy about how you get treated. Go ahead.
So, I apologize. I just lost my train of thought.
You was talking about your girlfriend. Somebody did.
My girlfriend. Okay, my girlfriend. Okay. So she comes from generational wealth, and it's to the tune of. It's to the degree that she lives off of a trust fund.
Okay.
And recently she bought a $3-point-something million home. She had it built from the ground.
All right. Okay.
This is the most unhappiest person I've ever met in my life.
Oh boy, I know somebody like that too. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And we're no longer friends, but I'm just saying.
Money don't make you happy. Money don't make you happy, do it?
It don't. It don't. And when I think that when I realize to what degree it doesn't make you happy, that's when I quit looking at life in that way.
Okay.
We all got to work, to provide for our families and everything like that. That's fine. But when you look at the gap, okay, she's highly educated, never worked a job. And so there's something that we are overlooking, and that is that the case they want to put us in, they're already locked in it. They're already locked in it, because if your mind is unhappy, matter what you got.
That's right.
So I guess that's my last point is that, yeah, we see it, we understand it, we get it, but the alternative is not much better. Because at the end of the day, she don't know how to clean. She don't know how to clean, so she has to hire people to do that for her. She doesn't know how to do this, that, and the other because she never cultivated any skill beyond her education. So that's a sad situation to be in. And so that's the alternative. We look at what's going on with us, but the alternative is that these people are so unhappy that all they can do is sit up and plot and plan how they gonna, stay, as they put it, on top. When the bottom line is, ain't nobody chasing you.
You're right.
Don't nobody want what you got. Stay in your guilty cage. Life is good for me.
Absolutely. And money don't.
And I'd rather live. Go ahead.
No, and money don't make you happy. What you was about to say? You rather live where? If you rather live without than have. Was you about to say something? Yeah.
Because there's something about the struggle that strengthens, your community, your family. There's something about the struggle. And when struggle is removed from your life, you remove home. And so when I see them, out and about and doing their thing, you can't find them after dark because they're scared. They're scared. Our town basically shuts down at 9 o'clock. And it's because they're scared to come out after a certain time. And I don't know, but that fear is worse than anything I've ever seen. It makes them do stupid stuff.
Really?
Well, we've seen it on YouTube with all the Beckys and the so-called Marias and everybody else. These women are flipping out. They don't know what to do. And so out of their mouth comes the violent things to a child, to a black child.
Oh, yeah.
And so there's the flip side of it that we don't talk much about. But I see it every day.
Yeah. And they're not trying to, they don't want to give that power. I do want our people to get the wealth that we rightfully deserve, because I feel like, and I think this is what's happening too, especially with the Nasara being taking place, because we are, like the caller said on Grown Men's platform tonight, and I've said I think I said it last year. I just know I was on Keisha T's platform when I first started talking about the Nasara. I know that the Nasara we are in the Nasara right now, where all debt will be removed. Okay. And the debt is going to be removed.
Well, let me go back and look at how many's in your chat. Okay, you got 18 people in your chat, right? I want to encourage everyone to go to Experian and the other two
creditors. That's right, and dispute your credit. Go ahead, come on with it, girl.
Okay, and I want you to challenge every debt that's listed under your name.
That's right. Everybody in the chat, did y'all hear that? Everyone in the chat, please listen up, because this is very, very important. Go ahead, Carla.
Okay, for those who have done that, within 24 hours, their debt disappears. So when SkkyZone mentioned the Nasara, she knows what she's talking about. And I just encourage everyone to go do that. You have nothing to lose. Ain't that what Trump said about black people? You ain't got nothing to lose.
He told you ain't got nothing.
That's what he said. He said, you ain't got nothing to lose. You might as well trust me. You might as well take what I want to give you. What do you call it? He called it some kind of, anyway, it's a loan. It's a loan, Trump, and we know it. We're not trying to get in debt and lose our livelihood and the rest of our prosperity to you or the government or whoever. Whatever they got going on in the background.
But, okay, Carla, I challenge you this though. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. Let's go here. Let's say it is a loan, right? Let's say it is a loan, right? Okay, it's a loan. Now it's 2 or 3 ways we can look at this loan. And if you can't change something, you gotta change the way you look at it. Okay.
All right.
The chances of us living this life without a loan is really second to zero, second to none. You gonna have loans. No long as you living on this planet, you're gonna be indebted to someone or something. Your kids, your bills, your credit. You're gonna be indebted to someone. Correct? Do you agree?
I do agree with that to some
Good night, Brent.
extent. But go ahead, huh?
Okay. So if that be true, and we're gonna be indebted to someone, we're gonna always have to work for something. If they're gonna allow me to get this one lump sum now, or right now, so I can change some things in my life. Let's say they allow me to get $500,000. Boom, I get the $500,000. If I stand a chance to make $2 million or $2 billion, that $500,000 loan ain't nothing. Because I'm making millions now. I could pay that money back, right? I could, in fact, do that. I could, in fact, do that. That's option A. B, let's say I say, forget it. I'm not paying them nothing. I defaulted on the loan. So it's 1 or 2 things going to happen when that happens. They're going to come chase me down for the rest of my life for that money. Or at some point in time, I may address it. And then what I'm going to do then is file bankruptcy and all of that other stuff that people do when they don't pay their debt, right?
Right.
So, again, when you can't change something, I can change the way I'm going to look at it. I can either look at this like that, or so I can look at it like this. They ain't said they about to take your ass to jail if you don't pay the loan back. People gonna handle that loan like they've been handling all the other loans they got in their life, but they probably won't be able to get away with this here default and all of that because it's a government loan. But guess what? If you do what you're supposed to do with that goddamn money, you ain't got to worry about doing none of that shit. You can do the right thing, get what you want, get what you need, pay that money back, and live a good ass motherfucking life. What do you have to lose?
Well, I can say this much: the PPP loan.
Mm-hmm.
When you dig into that and you begin to read what it says, basically, if you default on one payment, they can come and collect assets that you already own prior to taking the loan. Whatever they have to do to satisfy that debt, they're going to do it. And that includes your personal assets. That's how that PPP is written. So with this loan, the reason why I pointed out as a loan is because he's presenting it like it's some type of a gift.
True. Okay.
And that's misrepresented.
Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say if he hadn't presented it like a gift and he just called it a loan. And let's say he called it the PPE loan. Or let's talk about the people who did take on the PPE loan and they don't pay the money back, and then some of your assets gonna be gone. With this pandemic going on, we was at a disadvantage anyway. All them assets was gonna get taken.
Let's see, that's the dang old truth right there.
All this shit was gonna be gone anyway, because at some point in time we was gonna start taking shit to the pawn shop, selling shit, trying to do taking from each other. It was about to be mass murdering going down. Niggas was about to be doing all type of something strange for some dang gonna change. All our so-called assets, we was gonna lose them all anyway. All that you think.
So think about that position that we probably all find ourselves in, and think about what's being offered to us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that the same proposition they gave to the blacks when they were going through the years of Reconstruction?
Right, when they told us that they'll give us when they told us that this was our free land, and then came back and said, "Oh, wait a minute, y'all don't own it, y'all ain't free." Y'all owe this.
I mean, let's be truthful. Jim Crow lasted longer than Reconstruction. And a lot of those black towns that grew wealth were burned to the ground. And so I'm not trying to be cynical. I'm saying let's be smart, because the truth of the matter is that the Bible says, "Oh no man nothing."
Oh no man nothing.
Oh no man nothing, because whoever you owe money to, you become that slave.
That's
to.
right. You were
see where
serving
I'm
to him.
going?
Mm-hmm.
And so all I'm saying is that take advantage of what you know you can handle.
Right.
But understand it's not a gift.
Right.
And he's presenting it that way.
No, it's definitely another form of slavery, no doubt. I totally agree. And to me, if you ask me, I feel like it's also a form of to ensure Social Security, because long as you got people working, because people gonna work to pay that loan back. Long as you got people back up and running again, that's why he can make those guarantees that, you know, the unemployment rate is dropping. Well, guess what? As soon as people get all the money, the resources they need, of course the unemployment rate gonna drop, because people gonna be. If I get $500,000 right now, guess what? I can't go blow the whole $500,000. I got to do something with the money. I'm gonna go make a business or something. Guess what I'm gonna do? That means I'm gonna have employees. Okay. Guess what's going to happen then? They're going to be paying taxes and everything, and so will they. And guess what? Social Security now has got to uprise now. Okay. So they know what they're doing. This, to me, what they're doing is securing that. Because remember, before all this talk, they were afraid that it wasn't going to be any Social Security. Well, they have figured out a way now to ensure and make sure that we got Social Security now. They have figured this shit out.
And that's us signing on the dotted line for another 50 years.
For another 5,000, that's definitely for another 50, 100. They definitely know for 100 years, because they know the small business. It's the small business that's going to keep everything rolling in this country, not the big business. It's the small business. Why? Because that tax on those dollars are much, much higher than the taxes on the larger corporation. Donald Trump just showed you that his tax was what, $750, $50,000, $700.
That's another thing. I don't know what people are in such an uproar about.
They pissed off
because the man is if he paid $750, he did that of his own volition. Okay, because he's a sovereign citizen.
That's right.
He doesn't have to pay taxes.
He does not have to pay taxes, and people don't understand that. See, they tell the sound bites, but they don't tell everything, and they are not going to talk sovereignty. They're not going to talk sovereignty on national news. They're not. Let's start there. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that because they will be telling too much.
You are absolutely right, honey, and that's exactly what these folk I live with are scared about. They're scared that we're going to find out.
That's right.
That we are obligated. We are being listed as a corporation.
That's right.
We're not a sovereign citizen. We're not who we think we are.
Right.
We don't have. Think about it like this: we didn't get a right of anything until the 13th Amendment. Mm-hmm. So that means that all them other amendments don't apply to us because we were considered as property. We were not human. And so that whole mindset is still carried on to this day, where they look at us like we're just cattle.
Because they look at us like that because that amendment changed our ownership from one person to another. It took our ownership from one man to a corporation. Okay, so yes, they look at us as cattle because we're still their cattle. We're global cattle now. We were individual cattle before, but now we're globally a cattle. So that's what that amendment did. People think it freed us. No, it did not free us. It freed you from that one slave master and made you now a slave master to this whole world, this country.
There you go. Now, the thing that's sticking me, because I didn't know about the sovereign citizenship until Dana started talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
And then I went and I did some research, and it made me sick. Mm-hmm. Because when you're there giving birth, and that precious child of yours is breathing life, and they push that dang birth certificate application in your face while you're healing from giving birth, and you don't read it all the way. They just tell you where to sign, right?
That's all. Right.
Okay? And then you can go back to sleep or whatever you were doing. Okay? And you don't realize that you just signed your child.
That's right. That's right. You just made your child the property of this. That's right. To the corporation. You right. That's right. You signed and you do the same thing when you drop your kids off at school every morning. You do the same thing. You signing your kids off, and your child. As soon as your child walk into that structure, is no longer owned. You have no say so whatsoever. None.
That's right.
Every time you use the government entity programs, you do not have any say so.
It made me sick when I thought about it, and so my research is not just for me, it's to get my family back to a place where they can function. You know what I'm saying? As sovereign citizens. Because I thought that that's what they were when they were born. I didn't realize that it took my signature to turn them into a corporation. That's some cold-blooded stuff.
Oh yeah, because we don't know, because again, they only taught us what they wanted us to know. That's it. The other information, like I teach my children, I teach my kids, I say, listen, when there's two different types of education. You got free education. Free education, that's where they training you to be a nigga. But when you get the education where you gonna pay for, that's when you decide to be an African American or a Black person.
Sell out.
Okay.
Cool, man, you decide
to be.
Know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Get along.
That's right. That's when you're gonna find your truth too. Because you're gonna go ahead.
No, go ahead, honey, because when I realized that, and it made me sick, and I was like, feeling it all down and out, and I said, no, there's something I can do about this. And I want to encourage everybody to really, really look at what it's going to take for you to become a sovereign citizen, because right now you're a corporation, and you have to pay tax. Donald Trump doesn't. And so this to me was just a smokescreen, before the debate, to get people, feeling some type of way. But no, it's out of stupidity for him to point that out, because when we look at Biden, I don't care what kind of taxes he produced, he's probably a sovereign citizen too. Because he's been in politics for almost 50 years?
Yes.
This is the stuff they don't want us to know.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
They got a whole different playing field than we have. They got their own doctors, their own hospitals. You think, and own financial institutions. You think they got Chase Morgan? You think they deal with the same banks and stuff that we deal with? You think they got the same hospital? They go to the same doctors, same physicians? No, they don't. They have a whole little world, a whole nother world. Like somebody was telling me, they even got for the internet. They got a whole different internet system. Everything. They live a whole nother world. They got a whole social security number. They don't have social security numbers. They don't have that. When you a government official, you got when you high up in the government, you don't have social security numbers. You're not known by your social security number. You have something else. It's sort of like a CPN number, but it's not that.
But it's not that. And you're absolutely right. My friend, when she gets sick, and the wind will blow her, she'll feel sick. Okay. She makes a phone call. She don't go to the doctor. She makes a phone call.
That's right.
And the doctor takes care of her right then and there.
Right then and there.
Okay. Right then and there. Yeah. She doesn't have to go through being, asked all these questions, being scanned on the forehead, waiting, then ask the questions again. She don't have to go through none of that.
None of that.
So the whole lives are streamlined. This is another thing I learned. we don't know how important it is to support Black businesses, but let me tell you why it's very important for you to do that.
Okay.
It's because those businesses are under attack. And if we don't support them, then they will not be prosperous. They target those businesses to kill them. And the way they do it is they look at the product that you're selling, and they go to a corporation that is some way, they spread the word, because they have, like, if you go into the community and you're new and you ask, you first go to that, gravitate to your own, and then they tell you where to go eat.
Mm-hmm.
They tell you, okay, if you need this, then you need to buy from this company. And they don't care kind of what the prices are, because they're living off of a trust fund. Mm-hmm. And so all their expenses are taken care of, but they support their own.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
They do not. That's what I mean by Black businesses being attacked, because if you're choked out from being able to access that, wealth, then you might as well close shop if you can't get the Black people to support you.
Yeah.
And so enough is enough. We need to do that, because what you do for them, they will in turn do for you. It'll come back to you, in other words. And as a business owner, I see it firsthand. I see Blacks walk out from doing business to me and go next door and do business with them.
Yes.
And my product is better.
Mm-hmm.
My product is better, but they want to do business over there because we think, in addition, to think the opposite.
That's right. They ice water is better than your ice water. That's
right. That's right. And it really is as minuscule as that. Okay, it really is.
But wait a minute, let me give an opposing opinion too. Now, this is what I find, okay, with some Black businesses. This is what I hate about Black business, right? Okay, here's a scenario. I own a boutique. And I'm a Black business. I own a boutique. I'm not talking about SkkyZone per se. I'm just giving a summary here. In the boutique, I'm gonna sell to my audience clothes, but they're gonna be very pricey clothes. Okay. Now me as a consumer, I have a problem with the clothes because the clothes are not worth the money that you're selling them for.
You're absolutely right.
Okay. And it's not me being me as a consumer, not want to support you, but you as a business person who owns this boutique, why are you charging so freaking much for cheap clothes? Okay. I find that a lot of Black people, okay, and then I have another scenario, similar scenario. I make these here. Let's say I make this bottle, this little stuff here, the little spray. Well, certain consumers, I got certain prices for certain Black people. These people over here, I'm gonna sell to them $20 cheaper. Over here, I'm gonna sell them $30 more. See, Black people, we are excellent when it comes down to product making, building. We've always done that. We've always created things. Creativity is what we do. But when it comes down to business, I feel like a lot of Black people need to take a business class. It wasn't until I have a business degree. It wasn't until I took a business class that I understood then what going in business really is all about. Business is about mass production. It's about product. It's about production. And we do not understand that a lot of times. Not all the time, but a lot of times. We don't understand that. We don't understand that once you massively produce this product, you should not care about who you're selling it to. Okay. It's about numbers. Push the numbers. Let's push it. Okay. We get so caught up in some of everything else that has nothing to do with the real focal point, which is production. Let's produce. Not realizing if you go ahead and lower these prices, you will produce more product. You're going to produce more consumers. You're going to have more customers. If you go ahead and lower your price, quit trying to make, well, I got to charge more because I got to pay for the lights, gas, water, blah, blah, blah. No, the whole objective of this game is to push this stuff out, get it sold. And guess what? You won't have to do no liquidations later. Why hold on to this stuff that you're not selling? You got it in this damn boutique for days, years, and months. You can't sell it because you done marked it up too goddamn high. Lower the price and get rid of it and bring in some more. You still gonna make more money. If people understand that in business, they'll be good, but they don't understand that shit. The only thing you think about, well, they cost me so and so. Again, that's when they want to think about the cost of goods. But you ought to think about cost of goods when your ass buying that $5 box of goddamn food or the $3 goddamn meal that you buying.
That's all I'm saying. I mean, come on now. There is replications out there. And they're going to push their shit on you. They're going to push it. They're going to be like, buy from me. Don't buy from them. But we do this. I don't see what you just said as an as opposition.
Okay. Good morning, Virgo sister. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I see it as a continuation. Okay? Mm-hmm. Because you have to be smart. You have to be aware of your customer. You got to understand what the community is looking for. You gotta produce something that is going to be useful to them and something that they can afford. You can look at the demographics all day long and gain that understanding because it changes. You don't just want to go from one customer base. You want to be able to have a broad base, and what you just said will gain you that. You got to be, aware.
Push the product.
What's going on around you.
Push the product. Create mass production. Once you get your customer base, then you can set your price differently.
That's right.
We so busy in business, and that's because a lot of people have a good product, but they don't have the. I was one of those people myself. If I could do it all over.
It takes you through tripping out, making those mistakes. Mm-hmm. They're valuable mistakes. They're valuable if you interpret them in the right way. Mm-hmm. And that is that you are the one who needs to go back and meet the needs of the people, not them. They don't need to come up and pay that $50 for a $2 shirt. They don't need that. That's why they walk away.
All right, Tony, you have a sweet love you too and appreciate you, and you have a wonderful day. No, one of my baby was telling me that he's at work and he was telling me appreciate me and have a wonderful day. I was just telling him back the same thing. Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, we have to realize that they're organized and strategic in where they put their wealth. Mm-hmm. Okay. And we have to be of that same mindset.
But wait a minute.
There's nothing wrong. Go ahead.
Not to cut you off. Carla, they know. You're welcome, my brother. They know that if they taught us what they know. That's right. Because you got to remember now, they keep this information away from us for a reason now.
Sure do.
So if they know that if we knew what they knew, ma'am, good night, it wouldn't be no stopping us. Okay, they know that. They only want you to know limited information. But that limited information that you're gonna find out, you're not gonna find that out until you go pay for your own knowledge. You go research that information, or take yourself back to school, invest in yourself by way of getting you a degree, because you're gonna pay royally to know what they know, baby. You ain't getting it for free. You ain't taking no shortcut. You ain't getting no quick course. You ain't getting none of that. You're going to pay for that knowledge.
Well, you're going to pay either way. Whether you get the education that's going to spearhead you or make those connections there that are going to accelerate you, or you go, you know, books. Read.
Mm-hmm.
Read and
but you can do all
reading.
You can do all the reading that you can do all the reading that you know. I just had this conversation with somebody the other day, and they said, listen here, business is about the people. It's about grouping, about being in a group.
You know, I gotta admit, my personality is not that I'm a joiner.
Hey, Shannon. Mm-hmm.
So the group thing, I've been invited into them. I know what they're all about. I think that they're great. I'm all for networking.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like being sized up either.
You don't like what?
You know, I don't like being sized up either.
Who?
You know,
you don't like being what?
Sized up.
Oh, sized up.
Mm-hmm. Mm. You know, a lot of these sororities do that. You know, when they're recruiting.
Oh yeah.
They look at you.
Don't have me get to shouting them out.
Okay. All right. Because my pedigree may not. I mean, I'm just learning about my pedigree. Okay, and I've already raised a family, and I'm still learning. And so there definitely is that other side, but that's the other side we need to get to. Mm-hmm. Because all this knowledge out here, they know, we don't know, and yet it's right there in front of us.
No, it's not right there. A lot of that information is not right there in front of us, baby. Again, they want us to know just enough to keep us with that mindset of being a worker. Okay, they don't want the information. A lot of it is not right there in front of us because they know that if it was, a lot of us would take advantage of that and we would soar high. Okay, so you got some information that's hidden. A lot of it is hidden. You're gonna pay royally to find out. You're gonna pay royally to be a part of certain associations. You know, when you in business, you got to be a part. When you in certain businesses, you have to be part of certain associations and affiliations. You're going to pay a lot of money when they have those so-called charity dinners and all that, and those that grants and everything like that. You're going to pay to be a part. You are not even going to get an approval on certain grants unless you're affiliated with certain organizations. You can apply for all the grants you want. You probably get $500, $500, $500, $1,000, $2,000. But I'm talking about $50,000 or better. You got to be affiliated. They need to know who you affiliated with. If you ain't affiliated with the right people, that grant ain't getting passed. I'm sorry. It's going to get denied. You can have. Go ahead.
You know, I know that system operates. Mm-hmm. I know it does.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I know that it yields, you know, some type of result. I do agree with that. Mm-hmm. However, not everybody can afford to go that route. And so what I'm saying basically is that the knowledge is there. It is available. Such as the book that you mentioned that the nun gave your daughter.
Okay.
As soon as you said the title, I went on Amazon and I found a book that is titled that, and it's all about African history, ancient African history. Mm-hmm. I'm going to purchase that book. Mm-hmm. It's as simple as that.
Yes.
Because when I read the Willie Lynch letter, that changed my world.
Yes, ma'am.
That changed my world. Now then, I find out, and I don't know if you've heard this, but they say that was all made up.
Yeah.
But here's my problem with that. And it came from a black man.
Of course.
Who said that, right? And I said to myself, if I read the Willie Lynch letter and I can see it happening in my everyday life.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like, okay, even if it's not true or not, you still see it happens every day in our life. So it's some validity to it.
Yeah. And then I gotta dig deep inside of myself and check myself because I'm like, wait a minute, because see, I was taught a certain way. You know, we all went to elementary, high school, all this stuff. We were educated in the system. Mm-hmm. And it taught one group of people one thing.
That's right.
They did that when we were kids.
That's right. They taught. If you was in the hood, they taught you. If you grew up in a black neighborhood, because I went to school in Texas. Okay, I went to school around other cultures. In Texas, you got black, white, Mexican. When you certain areas, and I saw it also with my own children as well. Certain communities, they teach the books are different. When I put him in a prestigious school and what he learned in the nigga school, the books were fucking different. You hear me what I'm telling you? Those words that he was coming home with his vocabulary, them goddamn words was not the words that I learned at my nigga school. You understand? And my mom put me in private school too. I went to Catholic school too. But I went to a nigga Catholic school. I put my kids in a different culture of Catholic private school. And those kids learned different shit than what they learned at the nigga school. You hear me? Different words I ain't never fucking heard before. Different books that the black kids, they won't even let your kids touch that book until your kids probably in 4th year college. If then.
You have to develop an appetite for learning. You really do. And that's not to put anybody down who's not been to college, who's may have not even graduated high school. It's never too late. And, they say this is just something I heard in Hall. If you ever want to hide something from black folks, just put it in a book.
Mm-hmm. But I'm going to tell you something too. We are like I despise that to a degree because I know my people are very, very peculiar and we're very, very smart people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When it comes down to learning, okay, you got to understand that this society, this Western society has put our people inside of this box and decided to teach us all one way, one track, one system. That's it. We as a culture of people that's not our DNA, especially that man. That's not his DNA. The man cannot sit down in that box. I'm not saying that he can't, because you got some brothers who can do it, right? But there's a lot of brothers. You got 8 different type of intelligence when it comes down to learning. You got so many different types of learners. You cannot assume that we all learn stuff the same way. You got different types of learners. But unfortunately, we live in a society that teaches us all one way, and that's it. And it's unfair because we all don't learn the same. We all don't process information the same way.
And see, there's no disagreement with that at all between me and you. What I'm basically encouraging everybody, no matter where you find yourself on the spectrum, just know that there's more for you.
Exactly.
And
I agree.
Whatever your passion is, whatever your desire is, pursue that. Educate yourself on your passion. Mm-hmm. And don't let nobody steer you in the wrong way. The Willie Lynch letter helped me to stand firm on my direction, on my capabilities, because I realized that if they gotta treat you that way, you must be very, very dangerous to them.
Absolutely.
And it's not that it's violent. They want to promote violence, but it's not. I'm not a violent person. I've never been arrested as an adult. As a kid, I got in trouble. But I guess what I'm saying is that no matter where you find yourself in the spectrum, give it your 100% because there's something waiting on you on the other side, and you don't know until you press through. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing that we're all strong at. We know how to endure opposition.
Oh yeah.
We know that.
Yeah, we are peculiar people. I'm not mad at these others, this society that we live in. I'm not upset with them for doing what they're doing. I understand the business concept. I understand it. Hell, if I know, why would I want to free something or get something away from me or allow something away from me to get away from me that's gonna make me millions and trillions of dollars for every every kid they bear. You know what I'm saying? This is generational wealth for decades after decades. Why? Yeah, I want you to be limited. I don't want you to know everything I possibly know. I'm your master. I don't want you to know what I know. Shit.
And you know what? They truly believe that.
Yeah, they believe that. Hell yeah, they do.
I mean, they could be a bum on the street. They truly believe that. Okay? And so,
Yes.
first up to us is to learn, educate ourselves on
That's
who
right.
we are as a people.
Yep.
It's they're already in your DNA to be successful. No
That's
matter
right.
what
And
you
that's
start
why, and see with that right there, that last part you just said is already in our DNA to be successful. That's why for those out there that's listening to this vlog, and Donald Trump and them talking about giving you that goddamn money, you better go take that fucking money, create yourself your own reality, and get your own self out of poverty. Don't be scared and worried about what about they're gonna take my assets, and you ain't got to worry about all that shit, because if your intentions is in the right place and you got a business set mind, it's in you already not to ever be fucking poor. Okay, that's the society that we live in, have taught some people to have a poor and poverty mind. Get out of that power and poverty mindset and step into the generational wealth, a generational wealth mindset. Take that goddamn loan, pay them people their money back, and live how the fuck you want to live. It's just that fucking simple. Pay them back their money. Make some good choices.
Because, hey, you got to do what you got to do.
You got to do what you got to do so you can do what you want to do.
So that I like what you just said. I like that.
Yeah, do what you,
so
yes.
My last topic I want to discuss with you, because since you know about the Nasara, you know about the Jessar, right?
About the who?
Jessara.
Okay.
Okay, so the Nasara is where the debt is cleared in the United States.
Right.
The Jessara is where the debt is wiped clean for the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So, this one world order type thing that they've been pushing, I can see how, especially during this time, with the pandemic, everybody had to face their own mortality.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to face the reality.
True.
That, in your life, either something got to go or something got to stay.
Right. That's where we at. That's right. You ain't lying, Carla. You are speaking the truth right there. Something got to go and something got to stay. And you all got to decide. Even myself, I'm going through that right now. I'm dealing with that right now. That's why I ain't sleep, because I'm dealing with that right now. Because some things in my life got to go and some things have to stay. And I'm trying to balance the two of them out. Like what's going to go and what's staying. And we all gonna have to do that soon. And let's touch on this too, Carla. Let's talk about that doggone that credit. Download the app for Experian, guys.
Yeah.
It's Experian is the one down, because that's the one that the major creditor that they use.
That's the major one.
That's the major one. Experian. Download the Experian app on your cell phone. Dispute all your damn debt. Contact your student loan. Ask them to even student loan. Contact your student loan and ask them to remove the debt. Ask them up under the COVID.
People have been
ask them to forgive you.
Their testimony about how within 24 hours their credit report was cleared.
Yes, let me download.
Nothing on it.
I gotta do it on this phone. Mm-hmm.
Now here's how I haven't gone in and done it yet, but I have looked at it, and what I've seen is that without me even challenging it, my debt has gone down. So either creditors know that what's going on and are backing out and taking it off of.
They know what's going on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They know what's going on.
Yeah.
And I want to encourage you, if you're getting any type of debt collector calls, anything like that, ignore them, because they know.
If you get any what? You say if you get what?
If you get any kind of debt collecting calls.
Hey, look, now, see, I just wanted you to repeat that so they can hear that. Did y'all hear what she said? If you get any debt collecting calls, because I'm about to tell y'all right now, everybody who you ever owed any money to are about to be calling. And some of y'all, they calling y'all like a motherfucker. They calling because they want your damn money. Don't you give them shit.
Don't you give them nothing.
Nothing.
They know.
You better not give them your goddamn money. You said what, Carl?
Okay, and so we're looking at top with all these executive orders, right?
Uh-huh.
And we're looking at all this moving and shaking that's going on in the government, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, like I said, what I'm seeing is, you know, with this October 5 coming up, what I'm seeing, who would not vote for Trump if he got up and said, your debt has been wiped clean? We're going to start a whole new money system.
That's right.
We're going to do away with the old.
That's what they're doing. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Is that not what they're doing?
That's exactly.
Making executive orders for it to happen.
That's what's happening right now. We already in it. It started September the 15th. We entered in already.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, he's also making alliances with countries.
That's right.
That doing infighting, right? He's making alliances with them. That means they're in agreement with the Gestalt. So they're going to go back to their countries and they're going to do what Trump is about to do with them. But these corporations that are chasing you for a bad debt or whatever, they are just trying to get in under the line. That's all they're trying to do. And so it's going to be interesting to see what type of world we're going to have because the system's already in place.
It's so many systems in place, man. I'm talking about it's so many systems in place. People better be ready. All that, I gotta please, I told y'all last year that they were converting us all over into computers and robots.
That's what they want to do. But I tell you one thing, as long as you have freedom of thought, and if you ain't got it, go get it. Figure out why you can't think straight. Figure it out. But once you get it, then, you know, I call it just being woke. Your eyes just see different things once you realize this stuff is real. This is not no joke. This is not no conspiracy theory. This is happening right in front of our face. And there are a lot of advantages. There's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot that's going to come our way. We just need to be better stewards of it. Don't let somebody steal your wealth. Once it's in your hand, either through a loan where you're going to pay it all out, whatever, don't let somebody steal from you no more.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of this stuff has just been nothing but a trick bag. Think about it. You're talking about education, guy. You know how much debt was accrued through student loans.
Man.
Okay? And it was inflated. Okay, once they sell your loan to another person, first of all, you ain't got no agreement with that. So I wouldn't pay it on that.
Right, none whatsoever. Yeah. Same way with your credit cards. That's the same way with your credit cards. Once your credit card, right, same way with your credit card. You go once your credit is same way with your mortgage. Once that mortgage and credit has moved it over to the person or people who you did not have that original debt with. It's no longer your obligation because you never had a contract with that second person. You never went to an agreement with that second person. So therefore, they cannot legally hold you accountable and bind you to that contract because you never did business with them. You did business with the original debtor. So you never pay that second person back. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. That's one of the things that the white people know.
Oh, they been knew that. That's why they've been ahead. But I guarantee you, all that's gonna change. They're gonna put a stipulation in that because every time, because see, they gotta keep people on the bottom. They gotta keep bottom feeders. Okay. They're gonna change. They're gonna make some adjustments to that. They're gonna change it. They ain't gonna take it all the way out, but it's gonna be some adjustments. Oh, but yes.
But you know, with the Australia, that's no longer a point. You see what I'm saying? It's moving forward.
Absolutely.
Once you get free from something, the last thing you want to do is go back into bondage.
Right.
I'm not doubting anyone taking a loan. What I'm basically pointing out is that he misrepresented what he said he was doing for the black folks.
Right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
He misrepresented that. And so it's my job to be able to interpret what he says and then dig in and find out what he really meant.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what he meant. Okay? So whatever we do to move forward and to establish wealth for our families, we need to keep it. We don't need to let someone come in and take it from us because of information that we didn't know that they knew. And that's how we've been jacked this whole time. I mean, even during Reconstruction, they were able to come in after 20 years of building walls and jack the whole black community and then put them through Jim Crow. Come on. And then for it to last longer than Reconstruction? Come on. Oh, one other thing. I love talking to you, Scott. I just got to take a jab at the Democratic Party.
Okay.
The Democratic Party was not the party of the freed African slave. It was not. And so when you look at them coming to oppose the Republican Party that supported the slaves being released and the whole establishing black people as human beings and allowing them to establish themselves in their own communities, prosper, and gain wealth. And then you look at the strong arming after that for us to have to vote Democrat. And now that we are more, we've transcended all that. Ain't nobody finna come and put us back in slavery anymore. Not like that. We will fight to the death. But if you're still voting for the party that wanted to keep you enslaved, then how in the world do you think that after your debt's wiped clean, you're still doing business with these people? Are you still supporting these people? They do not love you. They don't want you to prosper. And is it not clear? Or have we not seen enough just in these campaigns? It's ridiculous. The writing, let's face it, all that was funded through organizations from George Soros. George Soros gave he talked about how he had been raised. And he was mentored by the way, he's Jewish. He was mentored by another Jewish guy. I don't know if he was known for or what, but this was his mentor. Okay. And their job was to go to the Jewish community that was being rounded up by Hitler and take their property from them. That was their job. And so we're 50, 60 years removed from that? Mm-hmm. And this man on TV says that he has no regret. That he learned a lot. And that he would do it again. Wow. He is the one who is funding Black Lives Matter. Right. Mm-hmm. And did they not come out and say that they are
that's the Democratic Party. And that's also the Democratic Party and George Soros was also Obama's good. He's Obama's good buddy now. He's his. He donated a lot of money to his campaign.
I mean, this is what I mean by education, and there you see. I didn't see it before when Obama was running. What I saw was a man who was calling himself a black man who had the opportunity to actually run for president. And he had my vote on that strength alone. I didn't look at what he brought.
Right, that's what they do. They give us imagery. They give us just like this imagery they giving us now with Kamala and Biden. They give us that. They gave us that with Obama. They painted this here perfect little picture, this love story, black people in power, and we fell for it. We didn't go to Obama with no type of agenda. Like, okay, Obama, we gonna vote you in, but we need you to do this for us. We didn't do any of that, and we ain't did it now. Right. We assumed that he was gonna do the right thing.
And so when I look
who
at
Shannon? Who you talking about, Shannon? He said they practice witchcraft also.
Yes, they do. And let me tell you, this thing that I hope it comes public are what they're doing to the children. These tunnels have been all throughout the world for as long as Americans been America, because there's something coming up from the bottom. Okay. It ain't nothing coming down from the top on these people. These people are bloodline. These people protect their bloodline. These people believe that their blood gives them power. And what energizes them is something that we can't even conceive of. And that's cannibalism of children. You know, when you look at supposedly a star on
chicks
TV.
With, you know, that's also, they also, LBGT. No, he said the Black Lives Matter chicks, and I say, yeah, them chicks all right. They also the LBGT community, okay?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And is that not what? Do you realize that when Obama made it into law that they could get married? Right?
Oh yeah, that's what his agenda. That's what they used him for. They used him to usher in that agenda. They used Obama for two reasons, and that was the first one, and the other one was, to me, for the Mexicans. They ushered them in to give them power over us because they are the new. Okay.
But something else happened too that I wasn't aware of until later on, and that was that once we established it as a law in our country, do you know that all of our allies did the same thing? That's the power of the United States. When we pass law, it affects the world.
Absolutely.
And the only way we think, oh well, the Senate voted it in, the House of Representatives voted it in. No, Obama had to go to our allies, present it, and then come to us. They had to agree first, though. And once it became law in our country, it became law in their country. And that's the power of the United States. But it's crumbling because every time they try to assert that type of lifestyle, which I'm not against, I'm not for it either, though. Because I don't like someone putting it in my face all day long. Look at the programming on TV. Come on. And you get caught with it. And so all I'm saying is respect me and I respect you. That's it. I don't care what you do in front of the public, behind closed doors, live the way you want to. But don't try and pressure people. I don't have to agree. I don't have to disagree. It is my position that we all should be living our lives the way we want to. And if you serve a God, serve him with all your heart. But don't try and push it on other people. So I'm going to get off that. That's always a touchy subject. But, I'm here to speak my mind with you guys. That's okay.
That's okay. I'm going to play something right quick before you go. Let me play this.
Go ahead.
Legal, am I right or wrong? Said the afro was legal, am I right or wrong? That's right. That's what they said, it was legal. We can sport the afro. All right. This man, it's a lot of brothers here. This man here's got an afro. This is an afro right here. Or somewhat of an afro. It's not big, no. But they want us to wear skin head. What they call it? High tight. This is not my culture. Am I right around? They come over here, they get, all right, a Vietnamese girl. She called me a nigga. A nigga, Vietnamese girl. I know it's not part of their language. Can't nobody tell me it's part of their language. But I'm gonna go over here. The beast, you know that. See, we go over here, we fight. Okay, we fight to defend the water we drink, the land we grow our food on, and our way of culture. We also fight to protect Rockefeller's foundations. We fight to protect J.P. Kennedy's foundation. All these different kind of foundations that the black man can't partake of. You understand? And then we go back. We're continuously harass. It's not necessary. This ain't what we heard. This is what we know. See, we've seen it from the bird's eye point of view. We are the people here now. See, we see it now. This ain't what we heard. You know. Out in the bill. Now, just like you said, these Oriental people don't know how to where the word nigga came from or nothing. They have to learn how to speak it. You go out there in that ville. The first time I come over here, I goes out in the ville. I falls into one of these places, and I'm thrown out because I'm black. You know. Because I'm black. They don't like us. They say we start trouble. Now who done put this stuff in their mind? You know what I mean? The beasts came over here and brainwashed these people. We get out here and try to do our thing, and they want to downrate us. Because we're black. Because the beasts came over here and told them that we ain't nothing but trouble. Because we got a strong rapper and they scared we're going to take the women away. But wait a minute. Let me tell you something about down south. Let's say down high in July this year right here, when the so-called the beast, this is what we call them because they act savage and barbarous like animals.
That was just a clip that I had. It was an old clip of some old Black Sox Army tech guys. And I wanted to play that too, so that people can see the mindset of the men that we once had in our culture. And my question for people like Larry, what happened to those black guys there? What happened to those black men? The black men that had that solid foundation, a solid mindset, knew exactly what was going on. See, they had to get rid of those type of black brothers, and that's why you got niggas now, Larry. That's why you got the dummies that you're talking about, the weed heads and stuff like that. See, they had to get rid of. See, these guys that you just heard, those guys was a threat to this country. See?
Well, honey, it's been a pleasure, and I just want to just circle around. Where America goes, the world goes.
Yes, so I agree. It's been a
The
pleasure.
good thing is that the Nasara and the Jassar will give us an opportunity to start now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just hope we be smart about it and that we keep our wealth once we get it.
Mm-hmm. I hope so too. I pray to God that anybody out here that desires to have their own business and desires to see their business come into fruition, I pray to God that they take that money and they invest it and do well with it. Because I'm pretty sure they're going to have their people standing right there waiting for you to come spend money with them. You know what I'm saying? They got systems. They got systems in place just waiting for you to stand right there. Okay, we're going to give them all this here money, but you better believe they got Fannie Mae, Sally Mae, and all the other maids right there that they know you're going to need. Because they know you're going to go buy a house, okay? They know you're going to go get a house. So they're going to have all, like I told my daughter the other day, I said, look at here. Now you see real estate offices every fucking where. Look in your neighborhood. Look in your goddamn community. There's so many motherfucking real estate offices popping up every goddamn where. They lowered the interest rate for a reason because they know they about to give you this motherfucking money so we can change ownership. Those black neighborhoods are about to be the white neighborhoods, and you black motherfuckers is about to be up in the goddamn the cities for black cities. Those black cities are about to be white cities, and those suburbs going to be nigger lands.
Okay. Now you mentioned all that. Well, you can't overlook Walmart because as soon as those stimulus checks came out, the TVs went down rock bottom.
Oh, please. That's the TVs down at the bottom of the pole. They know black folks are gonna go get them. I'm gonna tell you what Negroes gonna go get. This is the main thing Negroes gonna go get. These niggas I'm going to go get this here because you got people gonna do different things, different ramification. Folks gonna do different stuff, but folks are gonna go get. And all black people ain't always melanated. Okay, you got niggas this other nationalities too. Okay,
You're right.
they gonna go get a house. They gonna go get a car. They gonna buy plenty of food. Okay, for that house you're gonna need furniture. Okay, and keep these things in mind too for people who like to invest in stock. Okay, because right about now, if you put you some stock in some furniture, you probably get some good motherfucking returns back. All right, because folks gonna go buy some furniture to put in those new goddamn houses. Certain furniture stores closed down to come up under other names. They canceled their damn debt out. Furniture stores and they close those accounts out. Certain stores, you can see them just go away. And then boom, if you just watch and wait, you're going to see them same motherfuckers pop up under a whole nother name because they wipe their damn debt out. They claim, oh yeah, you that so-and-so and them, no, that shit didn't happen to that goddamn furniture store. None of this, all this here bullshit. They're wiping their debt out. They're wiping their debt out. These are the guidelines they're wiping their fucking debt out in, and they're gonna open up under different names. That's all. That's it.
Coming right you again.
Getting they. Because you better believe whatever the government give our asses, you better believe they also gonna set their partners up right there on the side, waiting to come and get rich off of your ass. That's been the American way. It's never going to change. It's going to always be this way. Ain't nothing going to fucking change. And that's fine. Your job, though, is to educate yourself, like this dear sister just said, and do what the fuck you supposed to do for you and your goddamn bloodline. Because you're going to always pay as long as your black ass on this planet. Now you're going to be able to pay with a little comfort. They're going to give you more comfort now. And they're going to make sure that your children and your grandchildren pay too. Because you better believe, I'm pretty sure in that fucking contract and those loans and those contracts, that debt can be passed over to another generation. I'm pretty sure it can be. Oh, I'm pretty sure they got some heavy fine teeth wording up in this bullshit that we have not got a chance to look at just yet because we too excited. And we'll worry about all that shit later. Like I told my motherfucking kids, we're gonna worry about some of this shit we're gonna worry about later. Okay? It is what it is. I've already signed my birth certificate. God damn it, they already own my motherfucking black ass to a degree. Okay? Until I become sovereign, and then we can talk something different. And matter of fact, I'm gonna have a guest come over on my platform. She is my sovereign sister, and she's very deep. She's out of she's deep. I'm not going to tell y'all that she's deep. I'm going to have her come and talk with us too. And do a bill with us as well.
And definitely the gentleman that you mentioned earlier, who is an herbalist?
The herbalist, yes. Yes, the herbalist. I'm going to get a hold of him. We were supposed to come and talk the other night, but my schedule been so crazy because again, I got shit I'm trying to work out, but I'm going to, those two people, you guys can hold me to it. I'm going to speak with them and get them on the show so we can all have a discussion and get them on here and we can talk about some things that's really going to help change our lives.
And you know what? This all goes into supporting R. Kelly.
Yes, sir.
At the end of the day, you know, we have to stand up for this injustice. They're trying to set a precedent.
And then I'm going to tell you why this helps support R. Kelly. R. Kelly needs all different walks of life behind him.
Yes, he does.
He don't, you know, we didn't have people say he was a dope dealing singer. Let's just say somebody took upon and said, you know what, all of them is dope dealing singer people type group. Well, no. When we got different type of people in this here movement, then we can say different. We can say different. We can say we got doctors, lawyers, judges. We got some of everybody in this movement. Herbalists.
That's right.
Okay. So yeah, this does all support because he don't need to be characterized and stereotyped, nor does his support need to be characterized and stereotyped. Okay, we all different. We all different walks of life. All different walks of life.
We all matter. We all matter.
We
no
all
matter where
matter.
you find yourself, we all matter.
Absolutely.
We all make a difference. Every day we do.
Yes.
So I hope this is encouraging because I'm encouraged, and continue what you're doing, honey. That's why, I've been waiting to cash up you for a week.
Well, I appreciate it.
So, yeah, so it's going to be my first time sending a cash app. So if I have any mishaps out, I'll somehow let you know. But
I appreciate it. Thank you.
But definitely, I'm trying to get you something because you don't need a second job, honey. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't need to know about your financial situation. I just know that things get better when you better. And stretching yourself thin is going to hurt your family. So if I can do something to offset that, I'm going to try my best to support you.
I appreciate that.
I just want you to know I heard you that night. I did.
I appreciate.
I think I sent you a chat that understood how that's all being they robbing you there too.
You said what?
Super chat. I'm like, nope. I'm gonna have to learn how to do this cash app thing because.
Oh yeah, how they take our money? Yeah, they do. They give 40%. And then I'm trying to build my platform up over here. So over here I'm not eligible yet to do super chat over here. So on this platform, all I can get is Cash App over here because they don't let you can't make no super chats and no money off of this platform until you get to 1,000 subscribers. What it is not even so. What they figure once you get 1,000 subscribers, you get what they call watch time. You got to make so much watch time. So if people ain't watching your shows, then they like, okay, well, we ain't gonna let you make no money because people ain't watching it. You know what I'm saying? So, but since I'm trying to build this platform up over here, I'm trying to build it up. I'm like, okay, because I want to be able to talk about different things because I find that if I talk about different stuff on my regular platform, then all my Kellyan's come over there. And they like, well, you don't know what's going on with R. Kelly. You ain't even talking about R. Kelly. I don't want to know nothing unless it's about R. Kelly. So that's why I built the SkkyZone 10. I'm like, you know what? I'll come over here and talk about other things other than what's going on with the case. Because, his support, sometimes they get really agile when you talk about other topics. But sometimes I have to talk about other things because that's what's on my plate. That's what the spirit put on me to discuss sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And I don't always
I said you need that relief.
Yeah, I have to take it's a lot going on, and then all of us on here covering the same stuff over and over again. I mean, that gets a little played out. I'm like, okay, well, they covering, and I ain't about to talk about it. I want to talk about something else.
Well, I'm gonna let you go, but I gotta talk about a nigga situation.
Okay.
Okay, now, there was a push over the weekend for us to sign a petition.
Mm-hmm.
And they met their goal, and in that petition, people were donating $500, $200. They were giving money.
Mm.
Well, I'm sure they thought that money was going to R. Kelly, but it's not. That money went to the person who signed up for the petition and to the platform in which they, held the petition on.
Mm.
So to those who say they support R. Kelly, I want to know where the money went.
Ooh.
And how is it that you got another sister on her platform pushing the fence fund, and she can give a full people that donate? Now, I know that there's a lot being said. People are funny with their money. Hey, we are in a pandemic, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about a second wave. So nobody's saying extend yourself, but at the same time, $5, $10. This man's gonna need a lot of help.
Mm-hmm.
And I support R. Kelly not only because I think he is being treated ungodly. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for him to be afraid to come out of his cell so that he can go get a haircut, and he's being threatened.
Hey, Pico Beans. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry?
No, I was speaking to somebody in the chat. Go ahead.
And then he's being threatened. I mean, can you imagine the type of fear that man is residing under? And so for them to put him in that mindset, that lets me know that there's something wrong about what they're trying to accuse him of. Mm-hmm. And not only that, but why the whole system coming after him? It's one thing after the other. And it's designed to be that way to wear us out. You get it, SkkyZone?
Mm-hmm.
And we can't get weary on this because at the end of the day, once they establish him as the face of pedophilia in New York, then it's going to travel from state to state to state to state. And with that comes an unblanketed. I mean, you have a lifetime to accuse someone of doing something to you. And if they have any type of assets, you can go after, well, that's if they have assets. If you want money, you got a lifetime to go and charge them. Mm-hmm. If you don't want money, but you want to see them face, go to jail, then you have a year. Once that law is established, to come forward and make your accusations known to the court. That's how serious this is.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of weight. Now all these criminals, all these convicted criminals, mm-hmm. and yet they ain't got that type of pressure on them. And so that picture of him sitting in a chair, blindfolded, hands behind his back, and all these people, strategic people around him to oppress him. And I mean, that's a powerful image, but yeah. It's the truth. And so I just want to offer an encouragement to all this listening. We need to not grow weary. Yeah. And if you need to disconnect for a time, do it. Get go back to your regular life. But at the end of the day, these people who are calling themselves supporters of R. Kelly, they need to, I hope they go to jail soon. I really do. I keep waiting. I keep waiting because it's nothing but pure corruption. And so with that, SkkyZone, sister, I wish you a good night, a good morning. And it's been a pleasure talking with you.
Oh, same here, dear. All right. Thanks for calling the show, okay? All right. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm. Peace.
Our culture, we bring each other down. We don't give each other the benefit of the doubt. We don't look into the story. We just believe what we hear. It's not even about what we see. We just believe for some reason what we hear. This is the worst person in the world, or we just want to bring each other down. Well, I'm sending this message out not to just encourage you to support each other, but to encourage you. In all honesty, I got to be real. I think all cultures around the world, all different cultures, support each other. I don't think we support each other. And I'm not talking about just in music. I'm talking about in any situation. The minute something goes down, or the minute somebody says something about an artist or about culture, we bring each other down.
Yeah, we got that bad. Po.
It's you liberals who have lifted them up, Howard.
Paul, you conservatives make a mistake. You can't afford to strangle hope in people. Without hope, people become dangerous.
No, Howard, you liberals have let them invade our society. You give them jobs, political jobs.
Oh, you missed the point. It's only the smart ones we move up.
That makes it even worse.
No, we have to move them up. If we leave a smart one in the ghetto, he might develop into a leader against us. But if we raise him up into white society, we neutralize him. He feels compelled to try to act like us. He loses his identity and his racial anger, if he has any. He becomes alien to his brothers. They realize he sold them out and they grow to hate him. He becomes worthless to them and safe for us. No, thank you. In fact, in his love for the creature comforts, except for his color, he's become one of us.
We've heard of that, haven't we? We've seen that, guys. We've definitely seen that on these YouTube streets, and that's what brought me to this live. Guys, if this is your first time, thank you for joining. Thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe. Guys, if you have been here already, thank you, and thank you. My name is SkkyZone. This is SkkyZone 10. Please subscribe to my other platform, SkkyZone. On SkkyZone 10, I hold no barriers over here. I will cut loose on you, okay? Guys, it's been real. We've been up for a few hours now with this one here, just talking about the ways of life and talking about that debate. Guys, we're going to come back and talk about that second debate. They have 2 more to go. And we got to be careful, guys. We got to pay attention. We got to read. We got to listen. Okay? Let's not do what we did with Obama. Let's make sure that these here people who we elect, allegedly, are going to do something for us. Okay? Guys, it's your girl, the SkkyZone. Rest, well, I can't say rest well, but good morning. Have a great day. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.
They just gonna pull up full documentaries on them, and then they gonna come with the Michael documentary, and they gonna come with the we can enjoy all their music all we want. I thought I wasn't gonna go there today, but